Hollywood, Florida, the WPT Player of the Year race kicks into high gear as more than one player goes back-to-back for poker glory. There is history in the air and millions on the table. Only on the WPT.
All right, now, the fun is over. We have the final six. We're about to begin. The antes will be 5,000. The blinds 15 and 30.
Well, there you see Joe Serock out in front with 3.1 million. More than twice as many as anybody else at the table, so he is in great shape right now, no doubt about it. First prize, you can see, nearly $800,000. Get down to the table.
Yeah, cards are dealt. First to act, John Dolan. He's from Mississippi. He's got a nice hand, ace-10 of clubs. Let's see what he does with it. He's going to raise it to 60,000 to go. Joe Serock quickly out.
Greg Bergeron, he's out.
Tommy Vedes, WPT champ. The short stack tonight looks at a pair of sevens.
What do you do with this? Mid-pair, deal number one. Tommy went out 6th in this tournament a year ago. You know he doesn't want that to happen again.
Just calls. Very interesting now. Sharon Levin with ace-king.
He's a local player here, plays every day here at the Hard Rock.
Yes.
And he's going to raise.
Here we go. What action on deal number one here. It was raised and called, and now 3-bet.
Makes it 240 to go. Kyle folding. Dolan also out.
How big is the pair?
It will find out if you call, if you fall, if you shove.
Blackjack, huh?
Better than yours if you didn't push it yet.
You fold if I go all in.
No.
Really?
The camera see. I can't fold. I will look like a job.
Sharon is known as a very tight, solid player. You just don't think he'd ever make a move on deal number one at the final televised table without a big hand. There you see Fred Goldberg. He made a final table earlier this season, almost made this final table, finishing in 8th place. Tonight here, rooting his buddy on Sharon.
Every time he raises, you call either your jam. It's so stiff. Nice king.
Vedes is going to fold it. He did not shove. And Sharon is going to win this pot.
I guess we'll see a rabbit later. Oh, no.
Look at this. He's going to propose that we do a little rabbit hunting. Get to look at the cards. Of course, we don't do that unless we see a flop.
I know that's something you like to do every once in a while, but I'm a big opponent of it.
You don't like that.
It just slows the game down.
Oh, slows 3 seconds. Is that going to slow you down, Mike?
It aggravates you if you would have hit the flop.
And it makes you feel happy if you didn't.
Ah.
Can't you go roll with the punches? Just loosen up a bit.
All right. Action on John Dolan.
Yep, he's from Biloxi, Mississippi. He's got 10-8, and he won't play that. Joe Serock with an 8-3 of clubs. He folds as well.
So over to Craig Bergeron now.
Craig's got a big hand, ace-king. Lines are 15 and 30.
Man, she's got a nice outfit on, but that watch sort of ruins it all. I mean, he might as well stay in his T-shirt.
Well, he's raised, makes it 70,000 to go. Now Tommy Vedes. Let's go of his hand. Sharon, the local here, also folding. And now it's around to a guy that used to work at Home Depot. That's a department store, of course. And it's Kyle.
I wouldn't call it a department store, Vince.
Not a department store. No, you're right. It's a...
He's in the paint lumber department.
That's right. It's a large store. I know that. Home improvement type store. Anyway, he has re-raised to 205 with his king-queen.
How much your hand was?
Craig asked for a count because the hammer is coming down right here.
There's a rumor that Craig stole those glasses off of Elton John.
I mean, he has the red glasses.
I gotta believe it's true.
There's a roll of piano out here.
Elton is definitely missing his glasses. Oh, and look at this.
Well, he has 4-betted.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, that's what young guys do, Vince. They 3-bet, they 4-bet, they gamble it up.
They bust out. So Kyle with the big decision.
And he is dominated, as you can see. Can he get away from this hand? I think so, and he does indeed.
Yep, he does the right thing. And look at that look of disdain.
Always have it.
Pleasurable look for Craig Bergeron as he rakes in the chips. Nicely done there. All right, action on Sharon this time. Sharon's gonna fold. As is Kyle Bowker. John Dolan now with an ace-8 is gonna raise, makes it 60,000 to go. Serock out.
Greg Bergeron folds.
Tommy looking very relaxed. He says now he's gonna live in Cyprus, the island off of Turkey. He's got a lot of family there.
He's going to where there's money, he says.
Yes.
A long time ago, Amarillo Slim once told me, he says, you can't make money hanging around brokes. He's right about that.
Well, first event of season 11, held in Cyprus. You say there's a lot of rich people over in Cyprus, huh? A lot of opportunity. He has called the hand, and look at this flop. But Tommy Vedes flopping 2 pair queens and 7s, just like that. And he checks it.
Just a dream for him. Top and bottom pair.
Man, Dolan with a continuation bet with nothing, 70,000. Then you repop him here, or oh, just okie dokie call, Mike.
Wow, a little surprised by that with possible straights and flushes out there, but
He's got to gamble.
he's just going to gamble. Just hope this guy keeps leading at the pot. And oh, he's really going to hope it now as he has made queens full.
Oh, yeah. Vedes gonna check it again.
Obviously, no card Dolan can catch to win this pot. Just whatever he puts in there, he can say goodbye to.
Dolan's slowing down nice, very shrewd.
Dolan knows he can still beat a straight draw or a flush draw. Now he can no longer beat anything as the jack of diamonds comes up.
Dolan not hitting anything, but Vedes says, I have to get something out of this, and he's gonna stick out 100,000 on the hopes that his man will call, but no! A quick wet away by John Dolan, and Vedes is gonna take down that one. And right there, you see someone in the stands that looks exactly like Tommy Vedes.
It's a Fees Khan, a poker pro himself, but Vince, it looks like to me, we've got a Vin Diesel lookalike contest here tonight between Tommy and Haviz. And there you see the updated chip count. Joe Serock still well out in front. Tommy Vedes still on the short stack. 6 pros fighting it out for this title. 4 guys in their 20s, 2 in their 40s.
Onto this hand, John Dolan now gonna pick up a pair of 10s. He's getting action so far early on here.
Lost every pot so far, but he's got a raising hand here, and here he comes again.
Yep, makes it 60,000 to go. Joe Serock, wonderful player, goes away. Greg Bergeron also out. Tommy Vedes.
Just one little pot. Now he's getting very aggressive with the ace-7 offsuit.
All right, Sharon goes out. Kyle Bowker also out.
Come on.
And look at this. Dolan over the top, all in.
Says, I can't take it anymore.
Nope.
Lost the first 2 pots. Here on deal number 3, he's just going to ship it. I don't see Tommy Vedes calling this for all his money. And he does lay it down. With John Dolan getting on the board, picking up a nice little pot.
Yep. But Tommy Vedes, 40 years old, would love to take down this title. Gonna be tough, though. Well, he's still the short stack. But action right now going to Kyle Bowker. He's a local, and he has a pair of 10s here. Lives in Hollywood, Florida. He has raised to 65,000. Around to Joe Serock. Also folding. Craig out now. It's up to Tommy Vedes.
Always got the ace-king. This is the kind of hand you're looking for when you're on the short stack, and you're just going to ship it.
I'm all in.
That's exactly what he's done. And I don't see Bowker going anywhere.
Now Sharon's with a pair of 7s going to fold. Now Kyle.
I think you have to go with this hand. You might hate to, but you have to do it.
Big decision for Kyle. 29 years old. Thinking about it.
Call.
And he is going to call it.
Thinking about the days at Home Depot. Just didn't want to go back there.
No. All right, they turn up the cards.
So everybody on their feet here. Tommy Vedes, if he doesn't win this race, would go out in 6th place just as he did 1 year ago. Certainly not a spot he wants to go out. He's been there, done that.
Vedes up from his seat. 10s versus ace-king early on at the Seminole Hard Rock Showdown.
Like so many times, it all comes down to a race. Do you live or do you die? Here's the flop. Oh, King Jack 8, all spades. Tommy Vedes out in front with the 2 kings. Neither player have a spade in their hand. Kyle is going to have to catch a 10 or 2 running cards to make a straight to win the pot. He would tie it if it came spade, spade.
Here comes the turn, and it's a 9 of hearts. That's good for Kyle.
Gives him a straight draw. He can now make a straight with a 7 or a queen, as well as a 10. Of course, we saw Sharon fold 2 sevens, so that doesn't help his cause.
Kyle's gonna need some luck. Otherwise, he'll be on the extreme short stack. He won't be broke. Can he do it here? No. 4 hearts on the river.
And Tommy Vedes doubling up. And with that pot, he will cross the $1 million chip mark.
Tommy, the WPT champion, doubling up. Absolutely crippling Kyle right now. 6 players remain. Kyle hanging in there. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us.
Introducing the Club WPT Gold 5 million free roll passport. Just look at it. This is your ticket to the most anticipated poker tournament of the year. Only 2,000 exist. Not 2001, not 2002, only 2,000. And today, I'm giving away 3. Simply sign up at clubwptgold.com and use promo code YouTube and you're in. Wow, 5 million free roll.
John Dolan, first to play. Quickly mucks a 7-3. Now it's on to Joe Serock, the free spirit, the skateboarder.
Yeah, picks up the computer hand, the queen 7 offsuit.
Kind of piques his interest. He's going to make a raise of 60,000.
Greg Bergeron's got 2 10s and just calls with them. Doesn't re-raise, just doesn't want to get extremely involved with a chip leader, I guess, a guy that can bust him.
Look at this. Tommy Vedes with king-queen has called Sharon out. Now Kyle. This is just going to cost him an additional 30,000. He is on the extreme short stack, of course.
He's got no hand, though, Vince. He's got a 9 deuce offsuit, so
He's going to fold it.
even though he's getting really good action on his money, but just can't see getting your money in there with a 9 deuce. He folds, as I would have.
And the flop comes up ace, 6-4.
That's no help to anybody, and look at this. Joe Serock just going to lead right out.
Well, it's a continuation bet, 115,000. Now Craig with the pair of 10s. Look at this, a quick ejection there.
Well, Vince, he lost his pot by not raising it pre-flop.
Vedes also going out, and Joe Serock, a great player. He looks back.
Sure, Black Juice.
You see that smile? That is a bluffer's smile.
You threw me off. I was gonna re-raise.
It's only when you bluff you can smile like
Yeah,
that,
but it's absolutely the thief look
right?
after the fact, no doubt about it.
Look at this, the cat that swallowed the canary. Joe Serock.
He just looks like a nice young college kid. Look at him. Clean cut, yet he's a thief.
Yeah, well, this time he's got king-queen. And he's interested again. He's going to make it 60,000 to go. Bergeron quickly folds. Tommy Vedes now with a pair of 3s. Wow, he's going to raise it. Sharon out.
Mine.
And Kyle moving all in here.
Yep, he's got ace-jack. He's pushed all in. Dolan out.
Joe's not worried so much about Kyle. It's the side pot he might have to play with Tommy that he's concerned about here. He could afford to play it, but just wants to wait for a better spot.
Tommy Vedes is going to proudly show his pair of 3s up against the man from Home Depot.
Look, Cal.
My turn?
Your turn.
My turn for a flip?
I'll give you that one.
The last time they raced, Tommy Vedes doubled up to stay alive. This time, Kyle Bowker must win this race to stay alive. Let's see if it can happen.
The flop. Oh, it is nice for Kyle Bowker hitting his aces.
Yep, he is out in front.
Jack of heart coming.
Tommy's going to have to catch a 3 or 2 running hearts to win the pot.
Jack of heart.
Bowker smiling. Here comes the turn. And it only gets better for Bowker, hitting aces and jacks.
But who's really sad about this is Joe Serock. He folded the king-queen, would have made the straight.
We don't need to see it over. Just give him the pot.
Tommy Vedes must catch a 3 here.
The 2-outer to knock out Kyle Bowker
No 3, no 3. Give it to him.
and put him back into aisle number 35 at Home Depot.
Now look at that. He said, I won the last time. He said, give this one to him.
8 of hearts on the river. It's going to work for Kyle.
Well, Vince, I've never seen a player say, just give it to him. You know, that's good enough. I beat him last time. Could be good karma for Tommy Vedes.
Oh, now you're starting to say karma. You have grown, my friend.
Yeah. You're rubbing off on me, Vince. I'll tell you the truth. I was never superstitious and all that until I hung around you.
I had him beat.
Do you have king, queen?
All right, cards being dealt once again. Kyle sticking around. 6 players at the Seminole Hard Rock Showdown.
Son Craig Bergeron looking very dapper.
Folds his hand. Tommy Vedes.
Almost 5 hours to go 5-handed.
going out. Sharon, the local here, not gonna play now. Kyle Bowker on a little bit of a rush, looks at an ace. What's his second card, Mike?
Looks at one card. With this chip stack against the blinds, that's enough to move all in with.
But right behind him, Dolan with ace-8. He's considering this.
I call.
Wow, he's gonna call it. Serock out.
I have an ace.
John says call.
All right. So it's something like 50-50.
Well, both players have an ace. Well, Kyle's picked up another nice hand. Ace-king suited this time. Right now, Kyle in great shape to double up yet again.
They think it was a slow roll on TV now. I'm pretty sure you know I just looked at the ace. I'm pretty sure you know I just looked at the ace.
Kyle explaining that he only looked at his ace when he shoved. We believe you, Kyle. Here's the Royal Flush Girls social bar. Anyone can sit with the Royal Flush Girls and take a shot at maybe getting a date. Never happens. And here's the flop.
Well, it's come king at queen 3. So unless it comes specifically 8-8, John cannot win the hand. He'd split the pot if it comes a jack and a 10. And he would love to do that.
Kyle out in front. Here's the turn card. 5 of hearts.
Well, that's going to do it. Kyle Bowker doubling up yet again. So the man who used to work at Home Depot, you might say he's still in furnishings, Vince. Got some chips. Well, there you see the chip count. Joe Serock still well out in front. Kyle Bowker still in a distant 6th place.
Okay, and the blinds are going up. Going to be more expensive. The blinds are 20 and 40,000 at this point. Let's go to the table. Tommy Vedes, WPT champion, first to act. Quickly mucking his hand.
11. The local pro plays here every day at the Hard Rock. Picks up king, queen of clubs. He's going to raise it up to 90,000.
Into Kyle Bowker. Oh, he has a 10 ace of hearts.
The guy's got 350,000 left, but he respects the tightness of the guy sitting on his right who raised it, so he throws away the ace.
Yeah, Dolan out, and now Joe Serock. Jack 9. He pauses here.
And he knows this guy's a solid player, but he also knows the chip count of all the players at the table. And he's the big chip leader. He puts pressure on these guys like he's doing here, Vince, that it's hard for them to call when they have over $1 million in chips.
Wow, he has made it 240,000. Craig Bergeron out. Back on Sharon.
You just hate to go up against the chip leader where you might go out in 6th place when somebody's so short on chips like Kyle Bowker is.
He's going to lay that down.
Should I do
Just very good tournament strategy there
Gotta be at least 7.
by Joe Serock, understanding the situation.
You just never know when you're going to get your rush. It is happening for Joe Serock here on the WPT. But back to this hand.
It's happening for Tommy Vedes as he picks up an ace-9 offsuit, and that's going to be good enough for him to raise with. Makes it 85,000 to go.
Sharon out, and now Kyle. Kyle Bowker. Ace-9.
Same exact hand as Tommy Vedes. But you just hate to commit all your chips with an ace-9 offsuit. Still got a couple players back behind you. Guys raised in front of you. Play this pot and go out. You'd say, why'd I play it? He's going to throw it away.
Sure. Now John Dolan also folding. Now it's up to Joe Serock, who has a Jack-4 of diamonds. He's in the big blind.
He's like he's looking up to the poker guys. What do I do now?
This guy is great. He skateboarded around the Bay 101, in between hands.
This Vince, he is going to raise again.
Yeah.
He just made this same play a minute ago against Sharon, got him to lay his hand down.
He's got imagination, but can you push away an ace-9 at this point?
Again, Tommy Vedes in the same situation. Doesn't want to finish in 6th place like he did a year ago in this tournament. When you're up against the chip leader, though, you just hate to take a chance on going broke.
There you go.
Ah, you are correct. He is going to lay down the hand, doesn't want to see the flop, and again,
Snap you off later.
Joe Serock stealing pots here.
Sharp as a sea rock. Change the name to sea coral.
When one player is extremely short, he knows other players don't want to get involved until the short stack goes out.
Should have jammed. You were too weak. Too weak there.
Well, the great thing about when you steal pots, too, you feel like you're taking pots, you're earning them. It makes you feel good.
Oh, boy. Looks so innocent, yet he's a thief.
Back to this hand, Vedes out, Sharon. with a 7-5 of clubs, considering it for a second, but then he mucks.
Bowker. He looks down at Queen Jack.
I left last time with an ace-9, and this time he says, enough is enough. I'm pushing all in. Dolan out.
I don't blame him. I'd go on with this hand right now, too, if I had his chip stack.
But look at this. Joe Serock has picked up ace-jack, and he's looking behind him. He's saying Craig's still in. Pretty big hand for Joe Serock.
Well, he can well afford to make this call, obviously, with nearly $4 million in chips. And so he does make the call.
Craig quickly goes out, so they show their hands.
Well, Kyle Bowker in dire straits now.
Yep, Joe Serock in a great place to knock out Kyle.
Kyle's tournament life on the line. Can't blame him for going all in here with the amount of chips that he had, that's for sure. Now he's going to have to get lucky to stay alive. Let's see if he can do it.
Yeah, Kyle, the local from Hollywood, Florida. Like to pick up a queen right now. Let's see the first three. Well, no queen there. It's 7-6-3. Joe Serock out in front.
He knows he can only lose if a queen comes up right now.
Here comes the turn card. 9 of clubs, not good for Kyle.
Vince. Well, Kyle Bowker, the guy who formerly worked at Home Depot in the paint and lumber department, got to feel like a 2x4 is coming to his head right now, unless he hits a queen.
Yeah, the local from Hollywood, Florida, needs luck right now, and it didn't happen.
Doesn't happen as a 5 comes off. So a nice tournament for Kyle, but going to be out tonight in 6th place.
Yep, he fought gamely. Sweated a few hands. The crowd loves this guy. He is a local. He's going to take home $122,000, and right now he's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Kyle, your first final table here on the World Poker Tour, but a tough way to go. 6th place. How do you feel about tonight's performance?
Just, you know, I guess it wasn't my day. I lost the big flip to Tommy with 10s against ace king, and then was really short. Made a little bit of a comeback. Looked like I had a shot, but just too short. Couldn't win the last one.
I think that you'll be back.
Thank you, man.
All right, congratulations, Kyle.
Introducing the Club WPT Gold 5 million free roll passport. Just look at it. This is your ticket to the most anticipated poker tournament of the year. Only 2,000 exist. Not 2001, not 2002, only 2,000. And today, I'm giving away 3. Simply sign up at clubwptgold.com and use promo code YouTube and you're in. Wow, 5 million free roll.
Well, there you see the chip counts. Joe Serock well out in front with 4.2 million. Tommy Vedes, the WPT champion, going for his 2nd title tonight, sitting in last place right now.
All right, and he's 5,000 blinds, 20 and 40. To the felt we go. Sharon Levin going to fold his hand, and now it's on John Dolan out of Biloxi, Mississippi, 26 years old. He's got a pair of 7s, and he's going to make it 85,000 to go.
Joe Serock going out. Greg Bergeron doesn't even think about playing the 9-7 of spade.
Now we're going to WPT champ Tommy Vedes. He's got queen, jack, and he's made the call.
Well, Tommy's the kind of guy who likes to see flops.
7s up against queen, jack, or flopping.
And it's ace-10-3, so Tommy Vedes has flopped an ace-high straight draw, but he's going to check.
And Dolan's going to bet 90 grand. And Tommy looking back down, doesn't want any part of it.
Very nice continuation bet by John Dolan there to win him the pot. John Dolan been at the top of the leaderboard almost all week long. Happy to be at this final table, his first WPT final table ever. In fact, his first WPTK.
All right, onto this hand, John with a quick fold. Now Joe Serock, who has not picked up many hands, but he's still a chip leader. He's been bluffing beautifully all night long. He's going to fold this one, though.
Over to the dapper-looking Greg Bergeron. He goes out again.
Tommy Vedes now has called it. Sharon with an option to raise. He says, I'm fine with that. We have two-way action.
Now flop comes ace-king-9. Tommy with the 2 kings checks.
Sharon picking up nothing.
Checks right behind him. And now a 5 comes off.
Sharon has 5s now. He's picked up a piece of that.
Again, Tommy checks, but I think Tommy's got to feel like he's got the best hand with kings here. The guy didn't raise pre-flop, so you don't put him on an ace.
Sharon has bet 50 grand with a piece of it.
You can't blame him for betting the fives after his opponent checked twice.
Tommy's going to make this call.
Now a jack comes up.
No help to either player. Tommy first to act, and he's going to bet his kings this time, 50,000.
A little defensive bet. You want to see what your opponent's got, but you don't want to see it get raised like it's happening here. Sharon coming right over the top, making it 175,000.
He's also known as the tightest player at the table, so he's got Tommy thinking here, what did I get myself into?
I'm just thinking, did the guy make a straight here? Did he make two pair? What is going on here? He didn't raise before the flop, did bet on the flop. And a good call by Tommy Vedes right there. He figured it all out perfectly, that the guy was just making a move, made the call, and taking down the pot. Very nicely done by Tommy Vedes.
Almost worked.
Wow, Sharon Levin sickened by that. He's saying, where's the respect, my friend? I'm supposed to be tight, you're supposed to fold.
What he's really saying is, why am I bluffing? What am I doing? That's not my game.
He's a local favorite. Sharon Levin plays here every day. He's got a big fan base behind him.
Vince, this is his second WPT final table in a row right here at the Hard Rock. One was a non-televised event, but it was a big tournament, so pretty impressive stuff by the guy.
All right, onto this hand, Craig out. Tommy Vedes picking up a mid pair of sixes. And he's going to raise to 90,000.
Sharon. Notice he just looked at the ace. He didn't look at the second card. He's just moving all in.
Yeah.
That's enough to go with.
Dolan out. Serock out.
6-15.
Back around to Tommy Vedes. It cost him over $500,000 to make this call here.
Oh, well, Sharon looks at his second card, a miserable 3. He's not going to like it. He is hotter than a cup of coffee at 7-Eleven.
Strong hand, or you just like to make me smooth?
And look at this. He's getting a feeling that Tommy's going to call him, so he's trying to talk him out of it.
Well, he doesn't want him to play, I can guarantee you that. Tommy probably figuring the best he can be is in a race situation, though. His opponent's probably got 2 overcards.
I call.
Well, what a call by Tommy Vedes. And you can see how happy he is when his opponent turns up an ace-3, meaning he's a nice favorite to win this pot and eliminate Sharon from this tournament.
Sharon, his legs buckling, it appears.
So the X.
Trying to get a smile out of him.
I wish I see that 3. I saw the ace. I didn't see that. Okay. I know you're raising light. I saw the ace. I wish I know I have a 3.
Sharon is trying to talk to anyone that'll listen.
If he wants to win here in this tournament tonight, he's going to have a lot of help. Not a lot, just a lone ace would do it.
Let me go see the ace. Let's see the ace together.
Let's see the ace together.
I raise you with one card. I didn't know.
An ace, right?
Nobody folded ace. Nobody. I didn't see one.
Sharon trying to see his ace. Maybe he'll get it. We will see.
A 6 right on the flop. It's come King Jack 6. Whoa! Now the only way
Queen 10.
Sharon can win this pot is it must come a queen and a 10, where he makes an ace high straight.
What's the difference?
Oh, man. 3 of a kind, just like that. Tommy Vedes with a big high five with a pro Joe Alpaya. And Sharon's sick, and he knows he needs runner.
6, 6, 6. It's crazy. Coming in 6, day 6, with 600,000.
Tommy Vedes started out as a short stack tonight, and here comes the turn. It's a 2 of hearts. Sharon drawing dead.
Sharon Levin from Pembroke, Florida, 41-year-old local player here at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, out tonight in 5th place.
A fine sport, shakes hands with everyone. Tight, solid game. The local has to say goodnight.
6, that's a sign. I've been seeing 6s all week.
Sharon Levin out in 5th place, gonna take home 158,000, and now he's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Sharon, you were pretty patient all day long today, and you made your move with the ace-3. What were you thinking on that hand?
I didn't know what my other card is. Yes, and I'm on the bottom. I have just 600,000. The blind is already 20-40. I saw the ace. I hope he will not call. If he call, maybe my other card is bigger than 3. But anyway, flop a set of 6s, so even if I have aces, I'm out. So.
We played 2 World Poker Tour events this year. You final table both of them. Congratulations to you. I'm sure we'll see you back again. 158,000. Congratulations, Sharon. All right, Marianella, back to you.
All right, Tommy Vedes has raised to 90,000. And look at this. John, with an ace-3, has re-raised to 235. Joe Serock going to go away.
Craig Bergeron, who hadn't played much at this final table, but looks dapper.
Yep, he has folded the hand.
And Tommy Vedes going to make the call.
So we got King-Queen against Ace-3. Winner's going to take home close to 800,000 here tonight.
A nice flop for Tommy as he flops top pair. So comes Queen 9-5.
Check.
And he's going to check and allow his opponent to make a continuation bet, which is what it looks like John is going to do.
Yep, the man from Biloxi, Mississippi doesn't miss a beat. He's going to stick out a bet.
All in.
And a quick all-in by Vedes.
I mean, just a 1 second all-in, an insta all-in, as we say. Bad news for John Dolan as he throws his hand away.
Yeah, he does the insta-muck.
Insta-muck is right. And Tommy Vedes taking down that pot.
Very nicely done by Vedes, a WPT champion.
Well, Tommy going for his second WPT title tonight. Only 15 players in WPT history have won multiple events.
Joe hate reaction back there.
Tommy looking to become the 16th.
There you go, Tommy. Here we go. Here we come.
He is looking jolly. What a run he's making this evening. Four-handed poker continues at the Hard Rock, and John Dolan going to raise with the Queen. Jack makes it 80,000 to go. Joe Serock mixes up his game beautifully. He folds. Jack also out. And now Tommy Vedes with a 10-7. He's going to make the call. He's in the big blind.
Tommy Vedes is what we call a defender. Just doesn't like to give up his blind, so he makes the call. We're going to see a flop. It comes ace, ace, 9 with 2 diamonds.
Helps neither player. Vedes first to play. He checks it. Dolan knows the strength of the continuation bet, even if you don't hit. And again, he's going to put the chips out there like any good gambler would do. 80,000.
Tommy Vedes, of course, has nothing. It's a 10 high, but look at this, man. He is getting out raising chips. He is going to check raise with junk here.
Oh, boy.
At least it looks like he is. He knows by doing this, his opponent literally can't continue the hand unless he's got an ace in it.
Oh, boy, he is going to push. He is going to bet with nothing but heart.
That's why this guy's a WPT champ. He's got heart.
And he's going to make John Dolan fold his hand.
What a play by Tommy Vedes right there.
He is dabbing it right now.
Right there, John Dolan. Things not going his way. He's got a little itch, breaking out in a rash.
Well, this is the guy giving him the rash. Tommy Vedes has check raised him twice in a row, and it is bugging him.
Right now, Joe Serock still the chip leader with close to 4.3. Actions on him. And he's going to look down a little pair of threes here. Gotta like that. And he's going to move it up to 80,000 to go. Craig Bergeron going out. Tommy Vedes with a nothing hand, also folding.
So back to John Dolan. When he looks down at ace king of clubs, just a monster.
Come on.
Who's on the short stack right now, and he ships it, moves all in.
I get a count.
And Joe Serock, interested, says, I want to count.
Yeah, it's going to cost Joe about 625,000 more to make this call. You know, at best, you're in a race. And then you have to win the race to win the pot. So, A, you have to wish for a race. B, then you have to wish to win it. Asking for a lot, Vince.
I think a lot of people would prefer to win it. I would. I would ask to win it rather than lose that. But that's just me.
Well, he can afford to make this call.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing you can say, but he opts not to. Gives the pot up. So John taking it down.
Introducing the Club WPT Gold 5 million free roll passport. Just look at it. This is your ticket to the most anticipated poker tournament of the year. Only 2,000 exist. Not 2001, not 2002, only 2,000. And today, I'm giving away 3. Simply sign up at clubwptgold.com and use promo code YouTube and you're in. Wow, 5 million free roll.
But the blinds are going up to 25 and 50 at this point. First to act is Joe Serock.
He brought out the sunglasses. Looks like he got at the dollar store. But
It's
That's what he does. He skateboards around, gets the cheap sunglasses. He's happy.
He's got to make it 100,000 with just 8-5. Craig folds a king jack. Tommy Vedes now with a king jack of hearts has re-raised to 255 to go. And behind him, John Dolan with a pair of fours.
All in.
And he's going all in with the fours. Serock out.
So a tough decision now for Tommy Vedes here. The 4-bet, folks, with just 2 fours here. The pot was raised and re-raised in front of him, yet Dolan showing the heart to move all in.
And Joe Serock meanders over to the rail.
Joe Serock. Just looking like a happy beatnik right now. Just getting up, walking away, and sort of glancing over his shoulder to see if Tommy Vedes is going to make this call.
Does anyone have any real sunglasses? These were like $5 and they don't work.
I think he's overpriced him by about $4.
I think you're right. I think your call is a little bit better, worth about $1. We get a lot of free spirits in poker, though. Oh, look at this.
What
Tommy.
a call by Tommy Vedes. And you can see the look on John Dolan's face. He did not want to see that get called. He knows at best he's in a race for all his dough, and that is the case.
Tommy Vedes cannot watch. Got king jack of hearts.
Taking ace-10 up on flop.
He said I'll just take an ace-10, a couple big cards where I can have a straight draw, at least.
Pair of fours up against king jack. Dolan looking confident.
Not very confident. You're never confident when you're all in, Vince.
Here we go with the flop.
And flop is 5-5 deuce.
Not good for Vedes. John Dolan liking that flop. These fours out in front.
Great flop for John Dolan. The opponent must catch a king or a jack. Doesn't happen on the turn as a 9 comes up.
Yeah, not good for Vedes.
If it's not a king, jack, or a 9, John Dolan will double up.
All right. Who will be stung with the pain? We're coming down to the river.
It's a 7. So there you go. What a great time for John Dolan to move in. And he did it after his opponent 3-bet, Vince.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
John Dolan doubling up. Showed a lot of heart right there. Vedes sits back down. 4 players remain here on the World Poker Tour. We're coming back on the Seminole Hard Rock in just a moment. The short stack at this time. Let's go to the hand. Tommy Vedes will fold his 10-7.
John Dolan looks down at ace-8 offsuit.
Yep, he's going to raise to 105, and now Joe Serock with a pair of 9s. Haven't seen Joe with too many quality hands. This time he picks up a good one.
Vince, Joe has changed his sunglasses. Took the red ones off. Put the dark ones on. Now, how many pairs of sunglasses does a guy bring to a final table? That's my question to you.
Many as you can keep on a skateboard. I don't know.
These sunglasses look way better than the other pair, I must say.
More attractive, but look at this. He is going to raise with the 9s. 240 to go. Craig out. Back on John Dolan.
I know John Dolan doesn't like that. Looking at this hand. And he's going to give it up, so Joe Serock taking down yet another pot.
Yep, looks back at the 9s.
You know, if you look at Joe, he just looks like the all-American kid, the college kid, you know, and you just never know he's got the kind of larceny in him that he does.
Yeah, he says he knows nothing but poker, and I'm starting to believe him. But he is shrewd.
Well, he knows it well.
All right, on to the next hand. Dolan with a quick fold. Serock with the button and a king-8. And he is going to make the raise. Makes it 100,000 into the tightest player at the table, Craig Bergeron. And this guy is tighter than a Chinese phone booth, Mike.
Yeah, I haven't played many pots today, but taking a long time to act here.
Oh, no. Is it possible he'll play a hand?
On.
Oh, there you go.
Well, he is going over the top. The sunglasses come up from Joe. He says, whoa, this guy's coming into a pot.
Tommy out, and yeah, Joe Serock saying, I know your game. I'm not getting near that. Folds his hand, Craig Bergeron taking down that pot. And Bergeron only been playing for 5 years.
John Dolan picking up a nice hand here. Ace jack of spade.
Yep, he's raised to 130 to go. Into Joe Serock, who has an ace-4 of clubs. And Joe Serock will make the call. Ace jack versus ace-4.
So we're going to have a flop here. Clubs versus spades. The flop is king, queen, 4. Look what has happened. Joe Serock now has the best hand with 2 4s.
Inside straight draw for Dolan. And look at this. He will not disappoint. Every time makes the continuation bet no matter what. It's like 135.
He's 100% continuationer, that's for sure. But Serock going nowhere with bottom pair.
Yeah, pretty stubborn when a king-queen comes up and you raise or bets, and he still calls 7 of diamonds. No help to either player.
Dolan's going to check this time. Well, Serock checks right behind him. Doesn't want to fall in any traps here. But a 10 comes off on the river, giving Dolan a straight.
Unbelievable.
And the best hand. He's got the nuts, the best possible hand here.
Went from pain to fame with that card.
Now he is going to bet, and he would love nothing more than his opponent to raise this pot. But
no, Joe Serock too shrewd for that one. He gets out of the hand. So well done by John Dolan. Sweeps in that pot. 4 players remain at the Seminole Hard Rock Showdown in Florida. We're coming back for more action on the World Poker Tour.
Introducing the Club WPT Gold 5 million free roll passport. Just look at it. This is your ticket to the most anticipated poker tournament of the year. Only 2,000 exist. Not 2001, not 2002, only 2,000. And today, I'm giving away 3. Simply sign up at clubwptgold.com and use promo code YouTube and you're in. Wow, 5 million free roll.
Well, Mike, I only played that because I thought you were playing it. Where were you?
I should have been there. I can play better than some of those guys I was looking at, I can tell you.
We could have had fun. Could have gotten sunburns. Bet.
You're always looking to rob me. You're always looking to get my money.
All right, back to this game. Winner's going to take home close to 800,000. Tommy Vedes with a quick fold, and now John Dolan with just 9-5 is going to raise to 105.
And right behind him has been the thorn in his side, Joe Serock. Here, Joe picks up ace-jack.
And look at this. He's just going to call it. The 23-year-old Craig Bergeron going to fold. So two-way action between John and Joe. 9-5, ace-jack. Here we go.
Flop comes king 6-6 with 2 diamonds.
Well, Dolan has a 4 flush. And right now, Joe's first to act. And he's going to check it. And Dolan wants to see a card. He checks as well. No continuation bet that time.
First time he hasn't done that. 8 comes up. He now has a straight draw to go along with his flush draw.
Serock going to check again. And now Dolan didn't hit his flush, but got the straight draw. A lot of possibilities. This time he's getting chips out. It appears to bet, yep, 150,000.
You're sitting in Joe Serock's seat. You're saying, you know, the guy didn't bet on the flop. Must not have a king. He would have bet a pair if he had that. I'm just not buying this. I'm going to call him.
You're right. Excellent call so far with ace high. Let's see if it turns on him. River card will be a 3 of hearts, so John Dolan doesn't get there. Serock going to check again.
Well, that card is not going to scare Serock at all. And John Dolan's going to be thinking, you know, I bet on the turn this guy called me. Will he call me if I bet on the river?
He's getting frustrated by making these bets in prior hands and getting called.
Well, he knows the only way he can win the pot is to bet. If he checks, he just gives it up. He just waves the flag. It's over. And there it is. Serock turns up the ace-jack to take down the pot.
John Dolan, boy, he needs some oxygen the way he's getting tooled here by Joe Serock.
On river, if I bet 225. I almost did, because I thought they were a lot of that.
It's one thing to see after the hand when you know one more bet would have got you the pot, but it's very tough to do.
Almost played it perfect.
Almost played it perfect. Nothing can be farther from the truth. He did make the continuation bet on the flop. He waved the flag on the river.
Oh.
That hand was played far from perfectly.
Right. A little critical on John, but I have to agree. Now, this time he's going to raise with a queen-jack. Makes it 105. Right behind him, Joe Serock, though. He's got king 10. Oh, look at this. He's going to re-raise. Craig out. Now Tommy Vedes going to look down at a nothing hand. He folds, so back on John.
I fold.
And John is going to lay this one down. He is just getting manhandled by Serock. The hippy-dippy free spirit does it again.
Yeah, just incredible. Terrific poker we're seeing tonight. Wow.
To the table we go. Joe Serock now with ace-6. He's a great player. He is raised to 100,000. Craig, of course, out. And now Tommy Vedes. He has a good hand.
Got those suited connectors you always like to see flopped with.
No, he's not going anywhere. He's made the call. Dolan out. So ace-6 up against Jack-10. Here's the flop.
Flop 8-4-3. No help to either player. Action on Tommy. He's going to check. Comes a continuation bet. By flows.
Ever so nonchalant. He puts in 90,000. Just ace high.
Vedes not mucking his hand yet. He is a player very capable of check raising here with no hand in this spot.
He certainly is. We've seen him do it before. Tommy Vedes, very sneaky, tricky player. But does he want to tangle with the chip leader? No, he does not, Mike.
He gives it up. So Serock takes down yet another pot. This guy's one tough cookie, Vince, no doubt about it. Back-to-back final tables out here on the World Poker Tour. He is now the WPT Player of the Year, leader in the standings, of the point standings.
And he says he knows nothing but poker, and I don't believe him anymore.
He knows how to not pay rent, sleeps on everybody's couches. Yeah. He knows how to skateboard. He does a lot of things besides play poker.
This guy is very shrewd. But back to this hand, Craig Bergeron finally going to pick up a little pair of sixes.
On.
Look at this. Craig going all in with the sixes.
He moved in for $1 million.
Oh, but big trouble behind him. The ladies, the pair of queens for Tommy Vedes. And he goes back over the top all in. Like he should. Dolan out. And Joe Serock looks at his hand, also folds. So there we go.
You got tens? You got queens?
Well, Craig Bergeron in dire straits here. Queens versus sixes.
Well, the sixes were lucky early on for Tommy.
Will they be unlucky for him this time around?
Is that the card of the night? Who knows?
Well, Craig Bergeron has Route 66, and he'll be on his way down the road if he doesn't get some help here.
Yeah, 23-year-old from Michigan, a great player. On the ropes right now with 5 cards to come.
And part of Craig's problem is his opponent has the same 2 flush cards he does. So he can't make a flush to win the pot.
Okay, here come the first 3. Ooh.
And it's come King 8-7. So far, so good for Tommy Vedes. The queen's out in front. Obviously, Craig could backdoor straight and win this pot.
Put a 9 up per sweat.
4th Street is an 8 of spades.
Craig Bergeron must catch a 6 to win the pot. Nothing else will do for him. Otherwise, he's out in 4th place.
Can he get lucky here?
Well, it's a 9. So there you go. The 23-year-old poker pro from Farmington Hills, Michigan, Craig Bergeron, going to be out in 4th place.
Well, he played tight but smart all night long to take home $212,000. He's a very talented young player, and right now he's going over to commiserate with Matt Savage.
Here with our 4th place finisher, Craig Bergeron. You're taking home $212,000. Tell us a little bit about your hands tonight.
I just kind of stayed around the stack I started with going in the final table. If you had asked me 4 days ago, you know, if I'd be happy with the 4th place finish, I'd say yes. But today, you know, I expected to win and I wanted to win, so a little disappointing. But
well, you're only 23 years old. I'm sure you're going to be back again, and you're looking sharp tonight, I must say. Barry, now back to you.
But we are down to 3 players right now. Let's go to the felt. Joe Serock first to play. With the button, a 10-5 in his hand. It is suited.
Good enough for him to raise with.
What was that dance? A little magic?
Yeah, makes it 100,000 to go. Tommy now with not much of a hand, 8-6.
Joe Serock, he's tied 1 record, back-to-back final tables on the World Poker Tour. He's trying to set another one. Most sunglasses at a final table, different pairs. Might do it.
Well, he seems to whip them out of nowhere. He's got the teal-colored ones now. Tommy Vedes is going to fold his hand. And now it's on John.
Look at this, Vince. He is going to raise it. He's going to give Serock, a dose of that medicine he's been getting all day.
Yep, he wants to get something back at Joe Serock, and it's going to work for John Dolan. He has pushed him out of the pot with queen 6.
Yeah, he finally said to himself, you know, let me try some of that stuff he's been doing to me. The 3-bet.
And there's the Royal Flush Girls. You think they're talking about pot odds or reality shows, Mike?
I think they're talking about where they're going to get sushi tonight, Vince.
Probably right. Back to the table we go. Joe Serock with the new glasses on. We'll lay this hand down. Tommy Vedes now with just 9-5 suited. We'll bump it up.
Yep, 110,000 to go.
Into the young guy from Biloxi. Ooh.
Look at this. Dolan's picked up 2 jacks here. She's got a real hand. Obviously going to re-raise with this. And he does so.
Yeah, total of 275. Vedes says, I was just kidding around. And John Dolan going to take down another pot.
Well, Dolan on a little heater now. 3-bet 2 pots in a row, picked them both up.
He's a professional poker player, originally out of Florida. He's only 26 years old.
Now, there you see the WPT Player of the Year standings, and Joe Serock has overtaken Will the Thrill Failla, who has led the Player of the Year standings since he won the Legends of Poker back in August.
Player of the Year, Joe Serock, with 1,800 points. And what's amazing is just a couple months ago, he was saying, I just want to cash. I had no idea this was going to happen. What a roll he's on. But action now on John Dolan. And this time he has an ace-jack.
Well, Vince, he does know if he becomes WPT Player of the Year, he's going to get more attention from the Royal Flush Girls. That alone's enough incentive to try to win that title.
Dolan going to make it 110,000. Joe Serock, though, has a mid-pair, pair of 6s, and he's going to re-raise. Makes it 240 to go.
Just stays aggressive.
Tommy Vedes going to muck his hand back on John.
Yeah, now it's going to cost John another 130,000 to make the call.
These guys have been fighting for pots all night long.
Oh, look at that. He's not calling, Vince. He is re-raising again. He is 4-betting it here up to 450,000.
Serock folded the last hand. And there, whoa, he's going back over the top.
Now, this is the 5-bet all-in, folks, and it's another $1.5 million to John Dolan right here, and his tournament life on the line.
John's a little desperate here.
John only has an ace-jack. Hard to put another $1.5 million in there with this hand.
I call.
And he's made this call.
What a daring call by John Dolan, and we're in a race situation. John Dolan must win this pot to stay alive. And once again, it's the 2 6s as the pair.
Yeah.
The Route 66. That's the hand that sent Craig out of here. Will it send John out of here as well? Serock gives him a hug just in case you got to sleep on the couch again sometime.
Joe acting very casual, walks over close to us. Doesn't want to look. Here we go. And here it is, Jack 8-7. Jack's there for John Dolan. Nice spike.
That wasn't good.
Well, that's the emotion that Joe Serock shows. He turns around the Royal Flush Girl. That wasn't good.
Oh, yeah. All right, but 2 cards to come. Can Serock suck out?
Well, that's a 3, so we're down to the river. Joe Serock must catch a 6. Craig had to catch that a minute ago when he was eliminated. Joe won't be eliminated, but we will have a new chip leader.
It's been a powerful card here tonight. Will it be again? Will the miracle happen? Last card coming up. Let's take a peek.
Well, a 5 comes off. John Dolan sits back down, and he sits down with the chip lead.
Introducing the Club WPT Gold 5 million free roll passport. Just look at it. This is your ticket to the most anticipated poker tournament of the year. Only 2,000 exist. Not 2001, not 2002, only 2,000. And today, I'm giving away 3. Simply sign up at clubwptgold.com and use promo code YouTube and you're in. Wow, 5 million free roll.
Right now, the antes are 5,000, blinds are 25 and 50,000. Let's go to the felt. Tommy Vedes.
Tommy going for his 2nd WPT title tonight. He actually made this final table 1 year ago, finished in 6th place. It's pretty impressive to make the final table of the same event 2 years in a row.
He's going to make it 110,000 with just a 9-7 of diamonds. John Dolan out. Joe Serock down with an ace-5.
Well, generally, he's 3-betting if he plays these pots.
How much?
Here he's just making the call. Change in chip stack means a change of style.
Take a look at the first three. It's a 9-5-4. Serock picking up 5s. And of course, Tommy Vedes with 9s. Serock has checked. Tommy's bet 170. And Joe Serock is going to call this. Here comes the turn card. 4 diamonds. Action on Serock. He is checked. Tommy with the 9s.
And he's checked also.
Surprising.
We just didn't want to get check raised out of the pot, and now he's made 9s full of 4s here.
He knew a 9 was coming.
But Serock's got to think he's got the best hand because his opponent checked on the turn.
Yeah.
He's got 2 5s with an ace kicker here.
And he's getting Serock to bet. Looks like 300,000. And you got a huge hand. Now, you hate this when people look back at their hands, but there's a pro doing it.
Come on.
And now he says all in. Did he raise too much, Mike?
Pretty big overbet, in my opinion here. And there you see the eyelid of Joe Serock go up. What is going on here? But it might look like a bluff to Serock.
That's true.
Well, Joe lays it down with that pot. Tommy Vedes once again moves into second chip position in strong fashion.
And that's one of those hands that you just keep getting involved. You go deeper and deeper. You shouldn't really be in it, and it backfires. And right now, the antes are going up to 10,000, and the blinds are 30 and 60, getting more expensive. And Joe Serock right now.
He's on a downward spiral right now. He was in total command for so long. Then he lost the race to John Dolan, and he just lost that pot to a full house of Tommy Vedes. So
he's going to raise to 120 with this hand. Pretty good hand, ace-jack. Tommy with a king-jack. And he is going to re-raise. He goes to 280 into John Dolan from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Look at this. John's picked up a pair of 10s.
Wow.
Now the pot's been raised and re-raised to him. What do you do now with 2 10s? Just incredible. A big hand by all 3 players here in a 3-handed poker game. And John is going to 4-bet it up to 600,000. Joe Serock knows this guy didn't have to come into this pot. It was 2-bet and 3-bet. He's the chip leader. He would hope these 2 guys would clash, so why would he get in their way? Must have a hand here. Joe Serock has got to realize that.
Yeah, you don't want to get too involved in this. Joe Serock, the skateboarder, the vagabond, the free spirit, sort of lives a hippie lifestyle, very relaxed. He's going to fold this.
Well, now Tommy Vedes, who had a worse hand than Joe, is faced with pretty much the same kind of decision, though. You got to realize this guy didn't have to come into this pot. He's the chip leader. Why would he enter it without a strong hand here?
This is Tommy Vedes' 3rd WPT final table. He is a champion. Came in as a short stack, and he probably does the right thing. He folds his hand, gives respect to John Dolan, and start playing like them.
Well, Tommy Vedes picks up yet another king-jack. Got burned on the last couple of his hand.
He kicks back in his chair, and he raises with it, makes it 130 to go. John Dolan gonna take a rest. Joe Serock with a real hand. Pair of 8s. He is on the short stack at this point, though. Only about 1.3 million.
I don't see him just calling with this hand. The question is, how much do you raise?
At one point, he had actually more than half the chips, but look at this. He is re-raised, but not all in.
He's re-raised over $1 million. He's only got $1.3 million, so it's sort of I guess you're going to save $300,000 to bet with. I don't see him going out.
Yeah, right, Joe?
Tommy Vedes.
Is he allowed to raise that much without going all in?
Trying to get a tell on his man. Usually when a guy starts playing around and smiling,
So good.
that's usually the sign a man's going to fold. But maybe not.
Well, he's not all in actuality, but in theory, he's all in Tommy Vedes' mind, that's for sure. And there you see Darren Fish. Tough little player in his own right, I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm not how flows shuffles chips like that. Like magic. Yeah, he doesn't like.
I like to hang out with winners because I know that guy's picking up the bar tab tonight.
Possibly borrow money in case you're down. You're right. You got to hang out in groups. Successful groups. And now Tommy Vedes with a big decision here. He'd love to put Joe Serock out of this tournament, put him to rest.
He knows King Jack's not the best hand right now.
Oh, but he's not going to do it. Joe Serock is going to win that with the 8s. No sweat.
Well, there you see the chip counts. John Dolan well out in front with 4.6 million. Tommy Vedes in second place with 2.1. And Joe Serock in third place right now with 1.8.
Mike, hold the press because Tommy Vedes has picked up a real hand, a gigantic hand, the Cowboys, the pair of kings.
Makes it 125,000 to go.
John Dolan out of the way.
And there you see Joe Serock has got the red sunglasses back out. In case you missed it, he's changed sunglasses at this final table more than anybody in WPT history.
Mike, let the man accessorize in his own way. He has a little style, and he's going to call.
And the flop is 8-6 deuce. This flop could spell doom for Joe Serock. He's flopped top pair. His opponent has an overpair.
Oh, yeah, and Serock is going to check it. And Tommy, with the continuation bet, but we know he has a real hand, a gigantic hand. And the amount is 155,000. And most good players, when they hit top pair, do a re-raise, and that's exactly what Joe Serock is going to do.
Yep, Joe has check raised it here. If I was Tommy, I'd just set him all in right here. If you can beat this hand, good luck to you.
Well, Tommy Vedes, though, going to play it a little bit sneaky. Not the obvious way, just calling. That's gambling in a way.
You're sitting in Joe Serock's seat, you're saying, what is going on here?
Well, that improves Joe Serock's hand. A 9 of clubs on the turn gives him an open-ended straight draw as well.
So he's got a pair, an open-ended straight draw, but as you can see, a quizzical look in his eye as when he check raised, this guy called very quickly here, and now he's betting nearly $500,000 more.
Serock has checked, and again, Vedes betting.
Joe Serock from Albuquerque, New Mexico, incredibly making his second consecutive WPT final table. He finished third at the Bay 101 tournament just before this. With this performance this week, he's become the leader in the WPT Player of the Year point standings. He just had to get to fourth place to take that lead over from Will the Thrill Failla, but he's looking to get more points and more money, Vince. 24-year-old poker pro.
It's going to be 25 by the time he plays tonight. He's really taking his time.
Check raised on the flop, and the guy quickly beat him in the pot.
What a decision to make. You got a pair of 8s open-ended as well.
Well, Joe Serock lays it down. He's known as flows to the entire poker community. Right there, he flowed right out of that pot after that bet by Tommy Vedes.
Listen, his blinds get bigger. The initial raises get bigger. The pot swell up quicker. And the 3-bet is a really big bet where you're going to be almost pot committed now.
The decision is on Joe Serock, and he is going to pump this up with Queen 10, makes it 825. He's on a short stack. Didn't go all in, though.
He's not going out if they set him in for the little bit he has left, that's for sure.
Tommy Vedes with a Queen Jack. He's going to release that, as does John Dolan. Joe Serock picking up that pot. Well needed, too. Here you see the Royal Flush Girls social bar where anyone can flirt with the Royal Flush Girls. Fist bump. Winner going to take home tonight close to 800,000 in Florida. Here we go. Action's going to Vedes. And he looks down at a 9-10. He won't play that junk.
You have 1.2 close.
Into John Dolan.
He says, how much have you got? To Joe Serock.
$1.270.
A little bit more than that. Close to 1.5. Dolan with a King 8 is going to put pressure on.
I call.
He's got the queens. He's got the ladies. Tremendous.
Wait, is that all? That's 1.1. All right, we still had action. All right.
John didn't quite set him all in. He left him with just a few chips, but I'm sure it'll go in shortly. Joe thought he had moved in on him, so he said call, but Joe's got 300,000 left here, but this pot has about $2.5 million in it.
All right, King 8 up against Queens.
John Dolan just making a move there. It's part of that flop as an 8 comes up.
I'm all in.
Yeah, Joe Serock has gone all in with his queens, and John takes a look at the queens, realizes he is behind at this point. Joe Serock with a big chance to double up here.
Well, this pot has about $3 million in it, so he'll be right at the chip lead if he wins this pot. I'm talking about Joe Serock, well out in front right now with the 2 queens.
And these guys are getting playful right now.
He's got to dodge a king or an 8 here, and Joe Serock will be in great shape to take down his first WPT title. Good luck.
Good luck, me too.
Oh, man, these guys are buddies. They've roomed together. They've traveled together. They've skateboarded together. And now they got to sweat out the last 2 cards. John Dolan would love to hit an 8 or a king. Let's take a look.
Oh, boy, king on the turn. Unbelievable. Tough luck for Joe Serock here.
Wow.
That is heartbreak for him. He must catch a queen on the river now to stay alive in this tournament.
Joe, who came in as the chip leader, now just deeply disappointed. Can't believe his fate.
Going swinging, kid. We're about to.
And right now celebrating with Tommy Vedes, his poker pro, Noah Schwartz.
Joe Serock on the verge of being eliminated in 3rd place in the 2nd consecutive WPT event. Well, it's a 9, so that's going to do it. Well, what a tournament Joe Serock played. He lost a big race where he had a massive chip lead playing heads up to John Dolan earlier, and now John lucks out on him again right there, catching a king on the turn. But Vince, what can you say about this 24-year-old poker pro, Joe Serock, the 2nd consecutive WPT event? The guy's finished in 3rd place.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's smiling now, even though he took some bad beats there. And right now, he's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Well, you had another $300,000 in your bankroll, another 3rd place finish. How disappointing is this?
Not that much. I mean, I came here like just off the final table, and then you make another final table. It's kind of crazy.
Well, that's a great attitude to have. Obviously, I'm sure we're going to see another final table this year, maybe. Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville.
All right. Well, you are in the lead for Player of the Year at this current point, so good luck and continued success.
Thank you.
Back to you, Marianella.
Well, there you see the chip counts. We start the heads-up battle here. John Dolan out in front with $6 million in chips. Tommy Vedes with $2.6 million.
And the winner's going to take home close to $800,000, get his name inscribed on the WPT Champions Cup with all the champs over the years. A lot at stake right now. Lines of 40 and 80. It is on John Dolan for Biloxi, Mississippi to act first.
Well, this is John's 12th WPT event, his first ever cash. Obviously, his first opportunity to win a WPT title.
And he's got ace high.
180.
And he's going to move it up to 180,000 to go. Into Tommy.
Well, Tommy's got the junk hand, the 9-5 offsuit.
Lord, he's going to elect to play that. Not just play it, he's going to re-raise. 430 to go.
Just incredible. And the guy with only 2.6 million in chips up against the guy with 6 million in chips would re-raise in this spot with a 9-5 offsuit. But that shows you the kind of heart that Tommy Vedes has.
Mullen.
Oh, wow.
Well, John has gone all over the top, all in.
Oh, boy, that's a big hit.
And Tommy Vedes goes quickly all out.
Yeah, they took a shot there.
You got to have heart to be a poker champion. Tommy Vedes has got heart, going for his 2nd WPT title tonight. Well, action's back on Tommy. This time he looks down at the ace-3.
And he will make it 165,000 to go. John Dolan behind him, though, with a queen 10. And he's not going anywhere. He makes the call.
Yeah, wants to see a flop. And what a flop it is for John Dolan. He's flopped top 2 pair.
And look at that. That's a deer caught in headlights right there. So excited. And he's going to check.
He is hoping Tommy Vedes makes his continuation bet here. But he doesn't.
Oh, he's going to disappoint Dolan. To the turn we go.
Checks the ace high. Now the board pairs 10s. A full house for John Dolan. Obviously, no card can come up where Tommy could win this pot.
And when you're that strong, you got to keep checking. But Vedes not going to bite. He checks as well.
And he's got the kind of hand you can check down. And now 2 pair on the board.
Well, that could induce Vedes a little bit with his ace high. So that could have been a bad card for Vedes potentially. Let's see. John Dolan now finally having to come out and bet.
Dolan's got to recognize the guy could have ace high. How much would he pay off with it?
225 and a quick call by Vedes. Did get into trouble that last card.
I can't blame Tommy for calling the way the hand was played, Vince.
No doubt, no doubt.
That's all. Huh?
And Vedes sort of happy that he didn't lose that much. And John Dolan, the man from Biloxi, doing well. Nice hand, ace-9.
Yeah, an ace high playing heads-up poker. Good hand.
180.
180.
Makes it $180 to go.
John?
Tommy Vedes will squeeze. Well, he's got a queen 3 of diamonds. Lost an additional 100,000 if he wants to play, and he does.
Well, Tommy likes to see flops, but see if we can get lucky here.
And that flop is?
Oh, and lucky is putting it mildly, as he has flopped a flush.
Just incredible. What a time to get it, and he's going to check and trap.
Well, he may well trap John Dolan because John's got top pair with top kicker here.
Yeah, he ain't going to play that slow because there's 3 diamonds out there. John doesn't have a diamond, so you got to make your man pay. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's coming in with the bet, 240,000. Now it's up to Vedes. You got the big flop, and yep, you got to make him pay. He re-raises, makes it 530 to go with his flush.
Tough decision for Dolan here. Is he on some kind of drawing hand, like a Jack-10 with 1 diamond, perhaps? Or does he have a big diamond in his hand?
I'm all in.
Well, John is not fearful. He has gone all in.
And the snap call by Tommy Vedes, and John Dolan knows he's toast.
John Dolan, hard to get away from that.
Tommy Vedes is going to double up here unless John hits 2 runners to make a full house.
Can't beat that defense.
John Dolan, good-natured about it. But what an opportunity for Vedes to double up. Of course, John needs runner. It's almost a miracle. Dolan's sitting back down. And we'll see a couple cards. And this will make the match very close. If Vedes' hand should hold up. And yes, it does. A king of spades. This thing is a wrap. It's over. Tommy Vedes gonna take this pot.
Decent flop.
And Vince, we really got a horse race going now.
John Dolan, good-natured, a good loser at that point, gives half the chips back to Tommy Vedes.
Introducing the Club WPT Gold 5 million free roll passport. Just look at it. This is your ticket to the most anticipated poker tournament of the year. Only 2,000 exist. Not 2001, not 2002, only 2,000. And today, I'm giving away 3. Simply sign up at clubwptgold.com and use promo code YouTube and you're in. Wow, 5 million free roll.
All right, back to the action right now. John Dolan with an ace-queen has moved it up to 180,000. Tommy Vedes with just a 6-4. Let's see what the man from Cyprus will do. Look at this. He's going to re-raise.
Well, Vince, the first time he gets a hold of chips, he just comes right over the top with a 6-4 offsuit.
440 to go with a nothing hand.
Playing heads-up poker, you're not going to throw an ace-queen away.
No, he has re-raised. John Dolan is going to push it. Makes it 9-10 to go. Right now, Vedes is saying, why? Why do they get so aggressive?
You better be real careful here. He'll be heading to the swamps of Florida very shortly. He decides to make a play right here. I don't see John Dolan going anywhere with these.
Not in this battle, and Tommy knows it, and he's going to give it up. John Dolan from Biloxi extends his chip lead right now.
Nice hand.
All right, the blinds are up to 50 and 100,000. Action on John Dolan.
And there you see John with about a little over 2-to-1 chip lead over Tommy Vedes right now.
John has a 7-4 of hearts. And he is going to make a raise, 200,000. Trying to pick on Tommy when he's down. Tommy with Jack-7 has made the call. Here we go.
Oh, the flop comes 7-5-3. Both players have flopped top pair. Tommy Vedes has him out-kicked.
And Tommy has checked it.
You can see some fireworks here.
John Dolan is going to bet 250 now. John also has the straight draw as well as the top pair.
That could get him in trouble.
Certainly could. Vedes now. Cost him $2.15 to call, but he's not just calling. He's popped it. $5.85 to go.
But now John Dolan.
Dolan's really starting to look like he's been staying up with the baby lately, the 6-month-old. Looking a little haggard out there. Baby duties in the middle of the night.
I go back to the first 6 months. Child's life, you don't sleep. It really is difficult. He's out here playing poker. Let Mama worry about it. Maybe that's why he's fought so hard this week to last this long. He get a little sleep here in the hotel.
Someone has to take home the bacon, though, Mike.
All in.
Oh, and he's going to try to do it right here with it all in.
I'm not sure Tommy Vedes is going to go anywhere here.
Right, Cor.
Nope, he's made the call.
Good, solid call by Vedes. Joe Serock enjoying the moment.
Vedes in great shape to double up and take the chip lead in this heads-up battle.
It is all on the line right now.
The 7-11. Will it be lucky for Tommy Vedes? He's out in front right now. Can he hold him? Tommy just needs to dodge a 6 or a 4, and he'll double up and take the lead in this heads-up battle.
However, if John Dolan should get lucky, he will become the champion. It will be over. John Dolan would put his name on the WPT Champions Cup with the rest of the champs. Let's see the turn. Well, it is a 10 of club. No help for John Dolan.
Well, Tommy Vedes nodding his head because the club came off, gives him a flush draw, meaning John can't catch the 6 of clubs or 4 clubs and win this pot, so 2 of his outs are gone.
Here we go. John needs to suck out, but he's not going to get it as an 8 of diamonds hits on the river. Tommy Vedes going to double up.
Tommy Vedes taking the chip lead in this heads-up battle.
Game over. It's all over. Lights out.
The Kelly Savalas look-alike. Now is our chip leader. Just incredible. Right now, Tommy Vedes is out in front as the chip leader with 5.3 million in chips. John Dolan from Biloxi, Mississippi with 3.3. Chip leader says he's going to raise. Yep, makes it 200,000 to go. John Dolan now with a 6-5. He won't play that.
That's just been incredible. Tommy Vedes started out on the short stack at this final table, and for the first time tonight is the chip leader.
He wants to become the 3rd person ever in 10 years on the World Poker Tour that started at the short stack and became our champion.
Now playing with it. 20,000 ante blinds are 60 and 120,000. It's 220,000 every 2 hands of poker.
Wow, it's expensive. John Dolan looks down at a king 6 of diamonds. Things have turned the worst way for him right now. He's still involved. He's still there. And this time he's going to raise. Makes it 250.
Nice hand for Tommy Vedes. Picks up ace-10 of diamonds.
Oh boy, strong hand in heads-up poker. Does he want to pop it? Yes, indeed. 6:20 to go.
Now the question is, what do you do if you're John Dolan? You still got about 3 million left in chips. You've been re-raised. You've only got a king 6.
Well, you're involved now, but you're thinking maybe Tommy's just trying to push me around. Maybe I can steal this.
Cost him another 370,000 to make the call.
I'm all in.
Whoa.
Forget about it. He's moved all in, and a snap call by Tommy Vedes. Didn't even hesitate here. Tommy Vedes out in front. If he wins this pot, he'll be a 2-time WPT champion.
All he's got to do is have his hand stand up.
Both players move to the rail to celebrate with their friends and family. Everything on the line. So ace-10 versus king-6. Here we go with the flop.
What a flop for John Dolan. He's flipped top and bottom pairs. It comes king, jack 6.
Just an incredible flop for Dolan. He is out in front.
But, as you can see, Tommy has a straight draw. A queen would give him an ace-high straight. Wow. What a flop for John Dolan. Vance, it almost looks like destiny is just on his side.
And right now, Dolan looking good. Vedes would need a long shot here. Can it happen for him? Let's take a look. Here's 4th Street.
Unbelievable, but it's still not over.
No!
John can catch a king or a 6.
What a hand!
To make a full house to win this pot.
Boy.
What drama here
Boy.
at the Hard Rock Casino tonight.
They are celebrating on the Vedes sideline. But John Dolan can still come back and fill up.
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
Vedes in shock here.
Hold.
Don't celebrate too soon. And John Dolan hit the full boat and disappoint Vedes. Here it comes.
It's a 4. That's going to do it. Tommy Vedes has become a 2-time WPT champion, and he came from last place to do it, Vince. That is impressive.
One of the greatest comeback efforts of all WPT history. Tommy Vedes, a 2-time WPT champion. He has done it.
No comments.
John, a lot of emotions tonight. Take us through that final hand.
Pretty much. I thought he was folding. I thought he did something that he had done before when he 3-bet folded. So.
Well, obviously you're a great player. I'm sure you're going to be back again. One more round of applause for John Dolan. John, congratulations.
Thank you. This is your second year in a row you made this final table. Really, really something.
Thank you.
Okay, Marinella, back to you.
5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, 1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
The newest stop on the World Poker Tour changes everything as one of our own makes the final table and the Player of the Year race gets turned upside down. The heat is on in Florida, and it's only on the WPT.
Ames is starting at 5,000, blinds 15 and 30. Let's go to the felt.
Well, there you see our leaderboard. Shawn Cunix out in front with 2.7. James Calderaro in second place. Here we go.
You're supposed to be sitting
Okay,
here.
on the short stack, Daniel Buzgon. He's got a queen deuce, and he won't play that. Here's Will the Thrill. Next up to bat, he's going to fold. Tony Dunst going away.
Over to Shawn Cunix, our chip leader. He folds as well.
Darren, Elias.
Darren's a tough poker pro out of Montclair, New Jersey, just 25 years old.
Got a nothing hand at Jack 3 of diamonds. Got a little money in there.
Finished 5th at Borgata earlier this season. He's going to raise it up out of the small blind with the Jack 3 of diamonds. 75,000.
James Calderaro, real estate investor of Venice, Florida, has re-raised this. Makes it 175.
Wow, what a 3-bet here by the businessman from Venice, Florida. Not just a businessman, folks. This guy can play poker. Did a couple WPT cashes. He also finished 13th in the 2009 main event at the World Series of Poker, which garnered him $633,000. So the guy knows how to play, as you can see right there, by 3-betting with 9 high.
Just 9-7. He's going to win that pot. Darren goes out. So off to a good start is the amateur player. All right, very next hand, Shawn Cunix, the chip leader at this point.
Now, Shawn playing with a broken collarbone. He was in an accident with his son on a quad runner, but not hurt bad enough to miss this event.
He's going to fold a queen 8. And now back to Darren, who has a miserable 7-3. Won't play that. Calderaro going away. And now the short stack, Daniel.
Buzgon, 27-year-old poker pro out of Marlton, New Jersey. Tough player. He was 3rd at Borgata earlier this season.
He has folded, and now it's around to Will the Thrill. And Will the Thrill has a 6-5.
Will the Thrill making the call out of the small blind. But Tony Dunst going to raise here with the Jack 9, makes it 90,000 to go, and Will quickly call.
Now our man Tony Dunst, the raw deal here on the WPT, who has beautifully made the final table.
A good raise there, up to 90,000. Let's see how it works out for him. 9-6 deuce. Will's flopped second pair, but Tony has flopped top pair.
Thrill quickly checking, and Tony quickly betting with the continuation bet. Looks like 90,000.
This could spell trouble for the WPT champ, who has retaken the Player of the Year lead.
Will has called it
By his finish in
Right,
this
Brian, a little
tournament.
faster, buddy.
All right, turn card coming up.
It's okay. It's a regular deal
Will
now.
behind.
When a 5 comes off.
2 pair for Will the Thrill.
Behind no more, Vince. He has taken
care.
the lead. He's got 2 pair.
Quickly checks it like he hated it. Of course, we know better. And Tony gonna bite here, like he should. Protect your top pair. And there's the bet, 215,000.
Let's see what Will's going to do now. He's going to raise it. There's your answer. Comes right over the top of Tony Dunst. Will Tony get away from this hand, or will he be talking about it on the raw deal later?
Got top pair. Got a wild man on your right.
Well, he's going to make a good lay down here, that's for sure.
Very nice, Tony.
So Will the Thrill getting lucky on the turn, taking down that pot.
Come on, let's go, something. Crowd's dead. We got to wake up this crowd a little.
Will the Thrill is trying to wake up the gang at the Royal Flush Girls Social Bar.
Anybody can wake it up. It is Will the Thrill. Give him credit, Vince. He had to get to at least 8th place in this tournament to go past Joe Serock. He said he was going to do it, and he did it. He has retaken the lead for the WPT Player of the Year going into the main event.
Quite a character. All right, back to play. Darren Elias now with Ace King, a big hand. Darren's out of Montclair, New Jersey, 25 years old. And he's getting that raising chips, of course. Goes to 65,000. Right behind him, James Calderaro with a nice suited connector.
Yep, 3-bet with a 9-7 of clubs a minute ago. That worked for him. Here he just makes the call with the 8-7 of clubs.
Everyone else folding to the chip leader, Shawn Cunix, who has not picked up a good hand yet. And he's going to fold. Two-way action. Ace King up against 8-7 of clubs. And we are flopping.
Flop comes ace, 10 deuce. Great flop for Darren. He's got top pair and top kicker.
Just a thing of beauty. You play it sneaky, or do you come out with a continuation bet? That's what he's going to do. 75,000.
Look at this. James has no hand and no draw. And yet he is playing this pot.
He's got some heart there because he's going to make it 195, Mike.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Problem is, the guy has ace king. That's a quick call right there by Darren. Here we go to the turn.
5 of clubs comes off. That's going to give James a flush draw, but Darren's still well out in front with the 2 aces. Now it's going check, check. Oh, and the queen of clubs comes up.
Miracle card for the real estate guy. James Calderaro hitting his flush. And it's on Darren first. Slow down. Yes, he does.
And he's going to check. He got raised on the flop. He's fearful this could give his opponent 2 pair or a straight possibly. I doubt he's thinking about putting him on a flush here.
Calderaro's thinking, how much can he get out of Darren? And it looks like 260, a nice amount.
Well, folks, I don't see how Darren is going to fold this hand, but you're going to see him slink out of his chair and slump to the floor when he sees how he got beat and how this guy raised him on the flop with 8 high. No hand, no draw.
Yeah, it's a pretty auto call. Even though you don't like it, you got aces with the big kicker. 260, yes, he's going to donate. And he's going to be disgusted, of course. He sees the flush. Oh, oxygen tank, please.
You can see everybody else's eyebrows are going to be raised when they see the hand that James turns over there, because they see this guy's got a lot of heart to make plays like that, to raise on the flop with no hand and no draw.
Absolutely, and Darren there, burned like the toasted Denny's. That is not fun.
Oh, boy.
Some big tips for that one. I bet he is. Everyone having a good time here as 6 players remain. As you can see, our chip leader, Shawn Cunix, with 2.8 million in chips. And he is a businessman out of Columbus, Ohio.
But the other businessman, James Calderaro, right on his heels here with 2.7 million in chips.
James is going to fold on this hand, and now Mr. Buzgon, a short stack at the table with a king 8 of spades. This hand has piqued his interest. Is he going to fire, Mike?
I'll tell you where he fired, Vince. He re-entered this tournament on day 2 after he got busted on day 1, and that was a wise decision because he's going to get a nice paycheck.
He has raised to 65,000. Couple folds.
Down to Shawn Cunix. This is Shawn's 2nd time he's been at a WPT final table, so he'll be an amateur, but he's been here before.
He's called with a nothing hand, just a 6-4. Darren with an ace-5 gets out of their way, so 2-way action. Daniel Buzgon with a king 8 up against a 6-4 by Shawn. Here's the flop.
Now flop comes 9-9-4, so just that quickly, Shawn has taken the lead with 2 pair. And Shawn is going to check the 2 pair.
And the short stack, Daniel.
It's the kind of flop you're normally going to make a continuation bet with, even though you don't have anything.
$70,000 bet, it looks like.
Daniel doing just that. Let's see now what Shawn is going to do.
Well, he's got a piece of it. You know you can't get hurt that bad because the guy's on such a short stack. You've got all the
I'm
chips.
all in.
And there you go. He's going to push all in. Put the pressure back on Buzgon.
Well, Buzz is going to be gone here, no doubt about that.
That will kill you, Buzz.
He is not going to. He is just posturing here, folks. Zero chance he's calling here with the king eye.
Buzgon out.
All right, so Shawn Cunix going to take down that pot. The Ohio State Buckeye is dabbing it right now.
Shawn Cunix, 39 years old. He works with Verizon stores. And he's playing some good poker here tonight so far. All right, back to the table. Darren. Elias with a 6-3. Quickly folds his hand. James Calderaro also going out.
So back to Buzgon. They just raised a minute ago with King 8. That didn't work out. Let's see what he's going to do with Queen Jack. Remember, he is the short stack at the table, but just wants to wait for something a little better than that. Will the Thrill going to make a raise here with the King 10 of spade?
Why not? He's got the button. Attractive hand. Makes it 65,000 to go. Tony out.
The big blind has picked up a premium hand. Got ace king. That good luck card cap you see on Shawn's thing is a soccer player. It came from his son's birthday cake. Shawn used it to show his son that you can do anything that you set your mind out to achieve. He wanted to make this final table. He's using the soccer man to prove that you can do it.
That is great. He's also made it 180,000 into Will the Thrill.
Now, calling re-raises with hands like King 10 and King Jack. Some pros wouldn't make it, but they're not Will the Thrill. He wants to see a flop.
He's also got position, but he could be in trouble here. Here's the flop, and the king comes up.
Now, this is just why they don't call re-raises with King Jacks and King 10s, because they're trouble hands. You flop 2 kings, you're still frozen when your opponent's continuing to bet.
And Shawn with the continuation bet. He looks like he's getting chips out, and of course he is going to bet 235.
He's got top pair and top kicker. A great flop for him.
And Will's thinking, gee, I have kings. Let me find out where I am here.
A good flop for Will the Thrill's hand. He's going to raise it here.
Repop it, but look at this, a quick all in by Shawn.
I should have waited a little bit.
He should have waited
Damn
a little bit. I agree with him. I think he made a snap all-in bet when it wasn't necessary with the texture of this board. And Will the Thrill, let's see if he can pick up on that snap all-in bet and realize that he's beat here.
Tough spot.
Well, indeed, it is a tough spot.
I think you got 2 queens for some crazy reason.
Normally, Will is very good about reading opponents in this situation.
You got 2 queens?
It's still better than your hand. Even 2 queens are.
You think so?
Yeah.
I raised you there with I don't know, 2 queens beat?
I mean, maybe. I got a terrible table image.
You do have a terrible table image. That's true.
Well, you have a terrible table image, but he got the best hand here. And if Will's not careful, he'll be reporting to the rail.
What a predicament for Will the Thrill. First in the Player of the Year standings. Quite a character from Long Island, New York.
Vince, you got to salute the guy. He had to get to at least 8th place to retake that Player of the Year lead. He did it. He's trying to extend that lead now, but he makes the call here.
Show me.
He could go out in 6th place very easily.
I hate to do that, though. I got to play these other guys, too.
And he is going to make the right fold.
So Shawn Cunix extending his chip lead by picking up a nice pot right there.
And that is just horrible for Will the Thrill, whose chips are disappearing faster than a 70s child star.
I know you told us. That was so great.
I'm just so happy it wasn't him.
Anybody be like all in?
As we look at the Royal Flush Girls social bar, anyone can go out there and talk to the girls about almost anything.
I swear to God, I folded a king. I don't know. You guys going to see it in 30 minutes. Why would I lie?
Trying to prove that he had kings. He did. Good laydown. We must move on. James Calderaro.
This guy's impressed me, Vince, I got to tell you. He goes out here, has his Buzgon.
Yep. Back to Will.
He's got the suited connectors, a 6-7 of spade here.
He's going to raise it to 60,000 with the 6-7 of spade. Tony Dunst
to keep
now
it- like to
with a
keep
pair
it
of
airy.
tens.
Now for sure, Tony's going to 3-bet with his hand.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do all day, buddy. That's what I wanted.
He's lying about
There
that.
we
You
go.
don't want a guy to 3-bet you when you got 7 high.
Well, he's made it 150. Shawn out. Darren with a nothing hand goes away.
Yeah, we're going to see a flop. He makes
Yeah,
the
you may
call
wanna
of the
look
raise
again.
by Tony Dunst.
Tony with a nice wired pair. Can he get lucky with this flop?
Well, King, Queen, 7, so Will's got a piece of it. He's got bottom pair. Not good enough, though, against the 2 10s of Tony.
Well, they both check. And now Will's got 2 pairs, 7s and 6s. What a card for Will the Thrill.
Yep. Will is taking the lead here.
Yep. And he's going to bet it. 125,000.
Well, tough spot for Tony here. Well, he's going to make the call here.
This could be big trouble for the raw deal.
4 diamonds comes off, so 3 diamonds
Check's
out there.
good.
Will the
Pair.
Thrill checking.
check.
What pair?
6.
No good.
Oh, you got me that time. Nice hand, nice hand, nice
Will
hand.
the Thrill has overlooked his hand,
What
folks.
the heck just
Yeah,
happened?
He said he had 2 6s, Vince. Didn't realize he had 7s and 6s.
Nice hand.
He had the best hand.
This is just an absolute shock here. Didn't see his cards. He mucks it.
Well, because he didn't table his cards.
No
He
good.
didn't turn his hand up.
Oh, you got me
He
that
just
time.
said he
Nice
had 2
hand, nice
6s
hand, nice
and mucked
hand.
his hand. His hand is dead.
With a
Tony
king, yes,
Dunst getting a gift right there with a big bow on it.
This is a major mistake by a major player. This is startling.
Well, Vince, even the greatest players make mistakes sometimes. We saw it right there by Will the Thrill. Unbelievable.
5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, 1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
No, I just wonder if he was thinking about the other hand that he lost with the 2 kings where he mucked that hand. We know it was a good lay down, but it still might be playing on his mind where he might have thought he had the best hand. I don't know.
All right, this has been folded around to Shawn, the chip leader. He's got about 3.6 million in chips with just a 7-3, Mike.
Yeah, really not much of a hand, but he's going to raise it, it looks like, just to try to pick up the blinds and antes here.
Yeah, 65,000 into Darren with just a Jack-8. He kind of knows what's happening here. He's going to make the call. So a 7-3 up against a Jack-8. And there's an 8 on the flop and a 7.
Well, Shawn has flopped bottom pair. Darren has flopped middle pair and a gut shot straight draw, as you can see.
And Shawn's going to come out with a continuation bet. It looks like 80,000 with his 7s. And Darren, of course, with the 8s. And a straight draw is going to make the call.
And now a jack comes off. Now Darren has 2 pair.
But Shawn first to act is not going to slow down. He's getting more chips out, it looks like. Yep. 160,000 into Darren.
Even though Darren's got 2 pair, he's frozen here because there's a possible straight out there and a possible flush, as you can
Can't
see.
have that many chips, though, Mike. You just fire here and just gamble.
I think you do just what he's doing. You make the call with 2 pair and the straight flush draw.
All right, he's in front, and the river card helps neither player.
I'm a limb.
Off an all-in bet by Shawn Cunix. What a play this is. And even though Darren has 2 pair, he's fearful his opponent's got a flush, a straight. Just wouldn't think he would make this kind of play with 2 pair or trips with a possible flush and straight out there. But I know one thing. You're sitting in Darren's seat. Just a tough, tough, tough call to make here for all your dough. If he's got the straight or flush, you're reporting to the rail and you're out of here in 6th place.
Well, this could be the turning point for Darren. If he should make this, it would be a spectacular call. He would double up.
Well, you only call this if you think your opponent's bluffing,
Oh.
Vince. That's all.
He's gonna lay it down.
Just too much pressure.
Yeah,
You
with
can't
pressure.
do it for all your chips. I don't blame Darren for laying that hand down, but you just got to take your hat off to this Ohio State Buckeye. He played that hand with the precision of the Ohio State marching band, I can tell you that.
The chip leader with 3.9. He's playing some bold poker here this evening. Back to the table we go. Quick fold by James Calderaro. And now the short stack. Daniel Buzgon has a hand, ace-queen.
You know, he's on the short stack at this table, just the kind of hand you're looking for when you don't have many chips. In my mind, you're just going to ship it right here.
He is from Marlton, New Jersey, 27 years old.
He's got less than 10 big blinds. I just get it in there.
I'm all in.
And he does so.
He's going to shove Will the Thrill out. And now Tony Dunst with an attractive king, jack of clubs with a button.
Tony might think the guy's a little desperate here. Might be moving all in with any kind of hand.
I'm all in.
Tony Dunst has gone all in himself. Doesn't just make the call, wants to shut everybody else out.
I'm not that big.
Folds.
Shawn and Darren fold. Wow.
So ace queen up against king jack.
Well, Tony could afford to make the call, which is why he did, I'm sure, but now he's going to have to get lucky to win the pot.
Such a real hand for 9 blinds. I'm tight. I'm in my cave, man. I'm buried in there.
Tony put him on a much wider range, which is possibly true. He could have moved in with a much weaker hand, but he didn't.
Well, the flop comes up 10-9-3. That is good for Buzgon.
Well, he didn't want to pair his queen now because that would give Tony a straight. He didn't want to see any kind of paint come out there.
Tony would love to hit his card, but it's not going to happen for Tony there as a 4 of spades on the turn.
Daniel just has to dodge a face card. He doesn't want to see any paint come out there, Vince. The only way he can lose if a paint comes up. It does not as the 3 of spades hits on the river. Daniel Buzgon going to double up.
Nice hand, Daniel. Thank you.
Hit there for Tony Dunst.
Daniel finished 3rd earlier this season
Nice
at
hand,
Borgata.
Thank you.
He's happy to be here again, and he's really happy to double up right there.
All right, action's going to be on James Calderaro. He's from Venice, Florida. He's 46 years old.
He may be a businessman, Vince, but this guy knows how to play poker. He's really impressed me, not just today at this final table, but all week long.
Well, you're right about this. Now look at this, Daniel Buzgon with a real hand here, Mike, a pair of jacks.
Wait for Buzz Boy here.
Definitely going to play the pot. Just thinking about how much to raise it.
2 in a row, you got?
Will the Thrill trying to chide him. Don't mess with a guy that has a pair of jacks.
It is not going to stop him from raising, whatever Will says.
Buzgon from Marlton, New Jersey.
I'm all in.
And he's going to shove all in.
Let's not forget, if Daniel Buzgon could win this tournament, he would take the lead in the WPT Player of the Year race.
Will is going out. Now our raw deal man, Tony Dunst, also folding. Shawn going away.
Darren out as well. So there you go. Buzgon moving in with the jacks, taking down the pot.
Sometimes it's the right thing to do. You just don't want to have a flop come up with an ace or a king or a queen. Just push it all in when you have about 700,000. All right, back to the action. Will the Thrill. Close 40,000 to call. Lines are 20 and 40. Will has a nothing hand. He will fold Tony out.
Down to the chip leader, Shawn Cunix.
What do you got left, Will? 400. 400?
He's got the king 8 of clubs here.
You and I have not started well here.
Haven't had a hand. I started out great.
He's going to raise to 100,000.
Did you?
Darren and James out.
Over to Buzgon, and he's picked up the ace queen of clubs. He's up against the chip leader. What do you do now with the ace queen? You just call and see a flop. You come over the top of the guy. I don't see him laying the hand down.
I'm all in.
Well, he has gone all in.
Well, there you go. He's saying if you can beat this hand, good luck to you.
What do you got? How much? How much?
Cunix curious about his stack.
He's just posturing here, Vince. Zero chance in my mind you're going to call here with a king 8 when a guy moves all in on you.
This guy is going so well here tonight that he would just like to eliminate a player at the table, but no, he's going to do the right thing and fold the hand. Don't go for the long shots. And Buzgon is starting to heat up here a little bit.
Well, let me say this about Daniel Buzgon, Vince. We keep talking about Will the Thrill, who's the Player of the Year leader right now. If Daniel Buzgon wins this tournament, he'll be taking the lead in the WPT Player of the Year race.
$5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, $1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
Well, there you see our chip leader, Shawn Cunix, with $4.3 million in chips. James Calderaro in second place with $2.3 million. They're the lone 2 amateurs at the table, yet they're sitting in first and second place. Pretty good stuff by them.
All right, the antes of 5,000, blinds are 20 and 40.
I like to play with.
Play goes to Tony Dunst, the raw deal here on the World Poker Tour. He's going to quickly fold his hand.
Action over to the chip leader, Shawn Cunix. Been very aggressive tonight at this final table. He's got a massive chip lead. He's going to raise it here with a Jack-10, just continuing to apply pressure to everybody.
Darren and James both going away. Now Mr. Buzgon with a king-queen.
Now he just gets away from it.
Okay.
And now it's up to Will the Thrill Failla from Long Island.
He picks up Queen Jack. He's in the big blind, but he's on the short stack.
It's gone in.
Do you think? I'm not worried about that.
He's a great, entertaining player to watch. That is Will the Thrill.
Nothing's gone right for Will the Thrill so far since he's made this final table. You got to hand it to this guy. He has been the leader of the WPT Player of the Year standings most all the years. He lost it in the last tournament. He said, I'm going to get it back. To do it, he had to come in at least 8th place in this event, and he did it.
Don't forget, he took off to go to another tournament in Monte Carlo, got knocked out of that, and had the guts to say, hey, get me back there in time. I want in. So it's nice to see that all that effort has paid off.
Has paid off. He's taking the lead for the Player of the Year race. Now got to decide what to do here in the short stack. He just makes the call. So he doesn't move all in with the Queen Jack, so we're going to have a flop there.
That's a weird
Doesn't have any more chips left, Mike. Here's the
shove.
flop.
The flop comes 10, 9, 7 of clubs. Good flop for Will.
He's gone all in and a quick call by Shawn, who has 10s.
Well, Shawn's got him out flopped as he's got top pair here. He also has a straight flush draw, but Will has a bigger flush draw.
All I need is the 3 of clubs. You hear what I'm saying?
need the 8
3 of clubs, or you could just put up an 8. A red 8.
Not
Red
the 8
8.
of clubs, as Shawn says. That would give him a straight
Just
flush.
put up a 3 of clubs and end it.
So Will the Thrill.
3 of clubs and end
Tony
it.
Soprano wannabe, dying for the right card
One time,
to
baby.
double up.
Well, Vince, sometimes when you make a bonehead play somewhere along the final table like Will did earlier,
Three clubs,
the
one
poker
time.
gods
Three
punish
clubs,
you.
one time.
Will they punish Will here and not help him?
Ace of spades,
King
no
is good
help
too,
for
right?
Will the Thrill.
Will's looking for
Needs to catch a king, a queen, an 8 that's not the 8 of clubs or any other club to stay alive in this tournament.
but the 8 of clubs.
A lot of outs to win the pot. Can he catch something?
Can he connect and stay alive?
coming up.
Show us the
Alex, you
river,
can do what I
Alex.
have.
Can Will
Come
do
on,
it?
Alex. Come on.
The river's a
Nope,
5, and
5
that's
of
it.
diamonds
Will
comes
Failla
off.
is the 6th place.
So Will the Thrill Failla is not going to capture a second WPT title tonight. Nothing went right for the guy. Out tonight in 6th place.
Yeah, the Thrill is gone for Will. Takes home 54,000. He's always fun to watch. And right now he's going over to Matt Savage to commiserate.
Well, it just wasn't your day today. Talk about that last hand.
Well, you know, I had a tough spot there. I didn't know if I was going to get a better chance to look at better cards. Every hand I was looking at was a 3, a 5, a deuce. And he's raising every hand. I think I have the best hand, but I wanted to see a flop. And make a long story short, the best flop I could pretty much see from my hand came, and he had top pair. So
You're back in the lead for Player of the Year.
Yeah.
But there is a kid sitting at the table right now, Daniel Buzgon, that can take the lead back again from you. What do you think?
he's got a good shot. You know, he's getting smashed by the deck right now, so you never know what happens. But I play as good as I could play. You know, that's all I could do is try to get it in good. I couldn't get a hand at the right time. You know, blinds are really big right now, so.
One more event. We'll see you at the World Poker Championship.
Thank you, everybody.
He's playing tough here tonight. 5-handed poker. Darren, Elias with a pair of deuces. And he is going to raise, makes it 85,000 to go. Calderaro and Buzgon going out, as well as Tony Dunst. Now it's around to the chip leader, Shawn Cunix, who's got an uneventful 8-7.
And he's looking over there at his opponent's stack size. And he's winning every hand he's playing so far, so why not play again?
Yep, he is going to speculate and make the call. And the flop comes up ace 10-6. No help for Shawn. He checks.
That has got a gut shot straight draw, but does check. And here comes what might be a nice continuation bet here for Darren Elias with just 2 deuces. But Shawn calls him with the gut shot straight draw.
In a flash. Now a 5 of spades gives an open-ended straight draw for Shawn. He's checking again. And Darren slowing down.
And a 4 comes off. Look at this. Shawn Cunix has made the best hand possible. An 8 high straight. How good is this guy running?
It is beautiful. Now the problem is how much to bet. You
All
want
in.
to get some money, but look at this. He overbets with an all-in bet, I believe.
Well, you're right, Vince. Because the guy checked on the turn, you know he doesn't have that strong of a hand, so you want to extract chips from him. You want to bet a smaller amount, the guy might call you.
You must not even have an ace there, Darren. Damn.
I did not have an ace.
Damn it. Well, it makes me feel better about shoving. I had a monster.
I believe you did. Darren escaping right there. There's the will, the thrill.
Hate to be on these sidelines right now, guys. Unfortunately, this is where I'm standing. This is called the Losers Lounge. I don't like the Losers Lounge, but this is where we're at. So we're dealing with it right now. We'll be back for the championship, though, and it won't be in the Losers Lounge. I promise you that. Coming back with vengeance.
Those guys are on the plane by now. He has a lot of class by sticking around, showing his personality.
Well, the truth is he wants to see if Buzgon goes by him in the Player of the Year status. Man. That's why he's here. Don't worry.
Right. All right, Calderaro out. And there's Buzgon. He is folding out onto Tony Dunst. King 3 of hearts.
I'm all in.
Wow, he's going to push with this.
And he has moved all in with a King 3.
Right behind him, our chip leader.
Timing is everything.
Darren now.
How much is it?
540.
That is callable.
Tough decision here for Darren, no doubt about it. It's one of those very marginal, you do or you don't. Tough decision.
I call.
Tony's trying to talk him out of it. It's not going to work. Darren's making this call.
Well, what a nice call by Darren Elias. That's why the pros respect this guy. He's just got a great feel for the game.
Good call there. It's too bad if I lose this, I won't have even gotten to play any poker.
Well, what's unusual, if Tony loses this pot, he'll have lost about every pot tonight. The only pot he won, he didn't even have the best hand.
Here's the flop. Can Tony outdraw his man here with a King 3? Here we go. It is a 10-6-5. Not good for Tony Dunst. Ace high in front there for Darren.
You know, Tony needs to catch a king or a 3 to take the lead. 2 runners to make a straight or a flush would do it for him, but he needs help. Well, the queen comes off, so we are down to the river. Tony Dunst must catch a king or a 3 to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, the dapper-dressed Tony Dunst will be out in 5th place.
River card is a deuce of diamonds.
Well, congrats all around. Nice showing for our own Tony Dunst in this tournament, but just not meant to be tonight. He is going to finish in 5th place.
Well, Mike, he never really got any hands, no momentum to go with, but what an effort for our very own raw deal, Tony Dunst. He's out in 5th place, going to take home $66,000. He's excited to watch, and right now, he's over to talk to Matt.
Tony, a 5th place finish today. How disappointing is this for you?
More disappointing than the finish is the fact that I didn't really get to play any poker. It was just kind of like lose a bunch of hands in a row with one exception and then bust, so not a lot happened.
All right, well, back to the booth, but I'm sure you're going to be back in another final table.
Good job, Tony.
Action on Shawn Cunix here. Got the ace-7 offsuit.
Yeah, quick fold by Daniel. Shawn with an ace-7 is going to raise, makes it 100,000. Darren out. Calderaro has called with a queen, jack. Flop is 6-6 deuce. Helps neither player. They both check.
Now a 10 comes off.
He's going to check again, yielding to the chip leader, Shawn Cunix.
Shawn thinks the ace high is the best hand now. His opponent checked twice, and indeed it is.
125, and that's going to
I had the best hand.
Huh?
I had the best hand. Yeah, he did. I had a hand off.
Good bet on the turn there by Shawn.
39 years old, second WPT final.
I think ace high is good.
He was 6th at the Festa Al Lago.
Well, there you see his father-in-law, Terry Ryan, rooting the son-in-law in. Next, we should say that he's also playing with a broken collarbone. Got in an accident. He and his son on a quad runner, but broken collarbone not stopping him from playing this tournament.
Well, the blinds have gone up to 25 and 50, and now our chip leader Shawn with a queen 10 of hearts. Make it 125 to go. Behind him, though, Darren with an ace-9 of spades.
The ace-9 worked well when they knocked Tony Dunst out of this tournament with it, so he's going to play it again.
Okay, the other guys fold. So ace-9 versus queen 10. Here's the first 3. And it comes up king, king 5. That's a 4 flush for Shawn.
He's going to check it.
Raise before the flop and checks the 4 flush.
It's gone check, check.
6 of spades helps neither player on the turn. And here comes Shawn. Got a ton of chips in front of him. He's got momentum, and he's got a bet. Looks like 250,000.
And look at this, Vince. Darren Elias. He's going to make this call with just an ace high. Believes it's the best hand, and it is the best hand. That's why you got to love this guy. His poker instincts are just terrific. Now a 9 comes off, so Darren improves his hand to kings and 9s.
Shawn slows down. He checks it.
Now here's a spot where I would probably just check it down, Vince, even though you like to make a value bet. But if your opponent check raises you here, you may have to muck the 9s. And what's he going to pay you off with? Will he pay you off with 2 6s or a small pair if that's what he has? I don't know.
Well, he's not doing what you would do and I would do. He is going to bet it, try to get a value bet. But of course, we know Shawn doesn't have anything.
Value bet indeed. There's almost 850,000 in the pot, yet he's only betting 175,000.
TC fly bet.
Nice hand, buddy.
But Shawn doesn't get tricky. He folds the hand. Darren will take that down and look like a genius.
I can tell you, folks, this guy's got the respect of all the poker pros. They really like this guy's game.
The best hand.
5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, 1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
Elias, he was 5th at Bergeron this season. What a talent, and this time he's got king 9, and he will raise, makes it 105,000. Calderaro out.
Around to Daniel Buzgon. He finished 3rd earlier this season at Borgata to take the lead in the WPT Player of the Year race. If he wins here tonight, it goes out here.
Shawn Cunix with a queen jack will make the call. So we have king 9 up against queen jack, and there's the flop, and it is a queen on the flop. Queen 10-4. They're all spades.
Shawn is going to check the top pair. Darren, as you can see, has the flush draw with the gut shot straight draw.
He's going to bet 110,000. Shawn with top pair, no flush.
Oh, look at this. It's going to be the check raised by Shawn, Vince. Yes, it is. He has check raised him to 275,000. But Darren, with the double drawing kind of hand, is going to make the call now. Hand that's scary, because even if you make a spade flush, you're not really thrilled with the 9 of spade. Now the 10 comes off, which pairs the boards. Shawn's still out in front with the queens, but he's going to check them.
Scary card sometimes.
Look at this. Darren is reaching for chips, Vince. Most players would just snap check behind him to get the free draw with the flush or the straight, but not this guy. He is betting out 425,000, going to put the pressure on the chip leader.
That is one bold move by the 25-year-old.
You're scared the guy was slow playing you with the flush. Maybe he's got queens with a bigger kicker. Maybe he made 3 10s on the turn. Well, you're essentially drawing dead. And Shawn is going to give it up. But salute this guy, Darren Elias, for making that bet on the turn. Now, Tony Dunst is right. All the pros respect Darren Elias. He is a tough cookie right now, sitting in 3rd place. The man of the hour, though, right now, Shawn Cunix, still well out in front.
The businessman from Columbus, Ohio. Let's get back to the felt. Action on Darren Elias. Quick fold by him, as well as James Calderaro. Now Daniel Buzgon with a king 9.
Ship it.
If you want, all in.
And he is short stacked, and he's going to push with the king high.
Shawn was aiding
How
him to
much is
chip
it?
So he did.
Well, Shawn's got jack 10.
515.
Well, it's about a $500,000 bet.
I call.
And he's got to make this call.
Wow, Shawn is gambling here with a jack high. I mean, that's when you think you're running good, folks. When you call an all-in bet with just a jack high there, you are gambling.
Shawn's feeling good. And can his intuition be right? Here comes the first 3 and a 9 on the flop. That is good for Buzgon. He is out in front with a pair of 9s. 9-6-5 on the flop. No real help for Shawn Cunix. Here comes the turn.
And 7 of spade comes off. Buzgon has the king of spade, so he blocks the flush draw.
Down to the river we go. And a 5 on the river pairs the board.
So Daniel Buzgon doubling up. And remember, if he wins this tournament, he will take the lead in the WPT Player of the Year race.
Shawn's still out in front. Plays a lot of hands.
He is a player. He is not a hen on her eggs in terms of his chips here, no doubt about it. He may be chip leader, but his chips are in action.
All right, now Darren Elias with a king-jack has raised to 105. Calderaro out. Dana Buzgon with just a 9-7. Won't call. Only one to beat is Shawn. And he's got a miserable-looking 5-deuce. But he's going to cap his cards with that soccer player, superhero, whatever the heck it is.
Well, however this comes out, I'm not crazy about this. Coleman raises with a 5-deuce offsuit.
He's going to speculate. Maybe he'll get lucky. Wow, he's got big possibilities.
Yep. Flop the open end straight draw. He's going to check it.
Darren hitting nothing there, but continuation bet with the king high, of course, 110.
I would think Shawn would check raise here. But he's not. He's just calling here. He's been playing very aggressive. A check raise would have won him this pot. Let's see what happens. Now a king comes off where Darren has 2 kings and will be going nowhere. And now all of a sudden, Shawn Cunix is reaching for chips. And this hand is being played very puzzling in my mind by Shawn Cunix.
He is going to bet, looks like 275,000. Darren, of course, hitting the kings there.
Darren trying to sort all this out. The guy called me on the flop, and now all of a sudden he's going to lead out on the turn. Why? Let's see Darren going anywhere here.
No, he's made the call. And down to the river we go. Can Shawn hit his straight? No, it's a 7 of diamonds.
Well, obviously the only way Shawn could win this pot's to bluff at it. He's just throwing up the white flag, Vince.
Well, I don't blame him. He's
Can't
checking.
possibly win by checking here with a 5 high. This is a very peculiar played hand by Shawn Cunix.
He called anyhow, I believe. But anyway, Darren going to make the bet. 575, and that is a wrap for Shawn Cunix, our chip leader. He's starting to get whittled away a little bit.
Well, Vince, in my mind, he misplayed every street on that hand. Called a raise before the flop with a 5-deuce offsuit. Flopped the open end straight, and then check called instead of check raised, and then let out on the turn for some strange reason when the king hit. But nevertheless, he maintains the chip lead.
Okay, on to the next hand. Calderaro from Venice, Florida, gonna fold. He's been very quiet as of late. Now Daniel Buzgon with an attractive ace-jack. And he will make it 110 to go. Just go all in this time. Has enough chips to not have to do that. Now Shawn behind him with a 5-3.
We saw him play the 5-deuce last time. Now he's going to call a raise with the 5-3 offsuit. Just not crazy about these plays.
Plays almost anything. Can't put him on a hand. The flop comes up 10-9 deuce.
He's also got a lot of heart to bluff when he doesn't have anything, but
no help to either player here.
Just not sure you're supposed to be dipping into your chip lead with hands like this.
Well, they both check. Here comes the turn. 8 of diamonds. That gives an open-ended straight draw, though, to Buzgon. Nothing for Shawn, but Shawn's going to bet 200,000.
Well, Daniel Buzgon has the best hand and the best draw, but it doesn't look like much when your opponent's betting. He doesn't have that much invested in the pot so far. Do you really want to gamble here? Or you're going to have to maybe catch a straight to win the pot? Nope. He's going to lay it down.
So Shawn Cunix, a sigh of relief for him. Finally, one of his speculative hands pays off.
Well, it pays off because he fired there, Vince, with the 5-3.
Yeah.
But he is stacking the chips. His chips are not sitting on those stacks, folks. He's getting them in the pot with these very marginal hands. Let's see if that holds up for him.
All right. Now it's on Daniel again with that very good king-queen of hearts. Last time he made a nice raise, but didn't go all in.
All in.
Let's see if he does differently. Yes, he does. This time he's going to push all in. Shawn out.
I think you have to. With the blinds this size and his stack size.
Darren out. Oh boy, but Calderaro from Florida, he's picked up a solid one. Ace-jack.
7 1/4. I call.
Oh yeah, he's going to call. He's going to love this.
He's out in front with the ace high, so nice call by James there. Buzgon is going to have to get some help, or he is going to be eliminated in 4th place.
And here comes the flop. The flop comes up 2 pair for Calderaro. A thing of beauty.
At least it's the jack of hearts.
Top 2 pair for
So many possibilities.
Well, Daniel can catch a 10, which would give him an ace high straight. Also hit 2 runners to make a flush. Could come king, king, and queen, queen, but He is up against it right now.
Yeah, Buzgon in trouble. Okay, turn card coming up.
Oh, the 7 of hearts comes off.
That's a 4 flush there for Buzgon.
I am good at runner flushes.
James is thinking, oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. I flopped the top 2 pair. And this guy still got a lot of outs.
Down to the river, but Buzgon's not going to get it for 4 clubs.
Well, that's going to do it for Daniel Buzgon. We saw him finish 3rd earlier this season at Borgata. Tonight he finishes 4th. Nice tournament for him. But the buzz is gone.
Yes, it is. For Daniel Buzgon, 94,000 for his 4th place finish.
You got here not good too.
He was on the short stack all night, played it really well. But it's down to 3 players right now, and Daniel Buzgon over to talk to Matt Savage.
Daniel, short stacked much of the final table. Are you happy with this finish?
I guess. I mean, coming in with only, what, 570, didn't expect much, so I guess this is a decent result.
Well, with this finish, you are catching up on Player of the Year, even though Will's still ahead of you. But you have one more event to go, the championship. We'll see you there.
I don't know. He's a good friend of mine. Maybe I'll just give it to him. I don't
All right. All right, buddy. All right, we'll see you again. Marianella, back to you.
There we go.
Well, there you see the chip counts. Shawn Cunix out in front.
If it was easy, it wouldn't be any fun.
Darren Elias with 2.9, and it's action on Darren. He's got an attractive 8-6 of hearts. He will raise to 110. James Calderaro behind him with a pair of 4s. Will make the call. And now Shawn Cunix with an ace-deuce.
Well, he's going to play too, Vince. He just plays anything. I don't like calling with ace baby cards, offsuit cards, when it's been raised and called in front of me. But I'm not Shawn Cunix, and he's flopped 2 pair aces and deuces here. Wow.
4 flush, but Darren Elias, this could heat up. Calderaro now has checked. Shawn gonna bet 275,000.
Darren raised before the flop. So Shawn obviously hoping that he's just got 2 aces with a big kicker.
Well, he's called it. James getting out of the way. So 2 pair for Shawn. Just doesn't want to see a heart show up. But of course a heart shows up. 3 of hearts, making Darren a flush.
I don't think you're going to put your opponent on a heart here. He raised before the flop. He didn't raise on the flop, which you think he would have done if he had a flush draw. I think Shawn's putting him on 2 aces with a big kicker, and that's what I'd be doing too here.
Well, he is going to bet, going to find out where he is. 400,000. And Darren now.
Well, let's see how he plays it here. He's just calling, does not raise with the flush. Sort of camouflaging the strength of it a little bit here. But also taking a chance in my mind in case another heart comes off or the board pairs. But that doesn't happen as the 5 of diamonds hits on the river. And the way this hand has been played, no doubt Shawn thinks he's got the best hand with aces up.
Yep, and he is first to play, and he's getting chips out to bet, it appears. Yeah, he's going to stick out 700,000. Healthy bet.
Now, the only thing Darren's thinking about here is, do I raise or do I just call? There is a chance his opponent could have a bigger flush.
I call.
And he is just going to call. He shows him the flush and takes down the pot. Shawn a little bit shocked that he didn't win that pot because he never got raised during that whole hand after the flop.
And with that pot, folks, we have a new chip leader at this table for the first time tonight. Darren Elias has overtaken Shawn Cunix for the chip lead.
Right now, the Andes are going up to 10,000, blinds going to 30 and 60,000. 3-handed poker at the best bet in Jacksonville continues. Action on Darren Elias. And he's got a nothing hand, queen 3, but that doesn't slow him down. He's going to raise to 125. James Calderaro looking at the Cowboys, pair of kings, Mike. What a time to get him.
You gotta love it.
And he is going to re-raise. Shawn out.
Back to Darren Elias. Wow, look at this, Vincent. I know it wasn't a big raise, but when you're calling re-raise with queen 3 offsuits, you are gambling.
All right, let's see if the kings stand up.
Well, queen comes on the flop. It's come queen 9-9. This could spell big trouble for Darren Elias.
Yeah, he's put himself in a bad place right now. And Calderaro Not slowing down. Bets 245 with the kings. The overpair. And if you're Darren, almost an insta call. But then again, you re-raised a min re-raise before the flop. You're not that cocky with it.
Vince, when you call raise with queen 3 offsuits and you flop the top pair of the 2 queens, you're certainly not going anywhere.
No, he's called it. Here we go with a turn.
6 of spades.
That's actually a scare card for both players because there's 3 spades out there now, and they both check. River card, 10 of hearts.
10 comes off, and again it goes check, check. Well, James missed some value bets there, especially on the river, in my opinion.
Definitely on the river.
He was afraid his opponent flopped 3 nines, didn't want to fall into a trap. Then the spade hit, putting 3 spades out there. So his opponent might have been drawing out a flush. But whatever the case, I think he should have bet the 2 kings on the river. Didn't do it, still wins the pot.
With that pot, we are pretty close in chips, all 3 players. So certainly everybody's got a shot to win this thing right now.
All right, action's going to James Calderaro. And he has to fold the 10-4. Shawn Cunix down with just a 10-6. Let's see what he does with that. He's going to play it, just calls.
Well, Vince, I am absolutely convinced that Shawn Cunix might have been the guy that coined the phrase, any 2 will do when you're playing hold'em poker. This guy plays anything.
Darren's not going to raise with his 9-7, but he gets 7s.
Flop comes ace 7-3 with 2 hearts.
Nothing hitting there for Shawn. He checks. Now Darren has hit the 7s. And he's getting out betting chips, 80,000.
Shawn, of course, has no hand, no draw, no nothing. But that doesn't stop him from check raising.
Whoa. He certainly does. Makes it 225.
And look at this. Darren Elias has made the call with 2 7s. Most players would just insta-fold when they got check raised there, thinking their opponent's got 2 aces. Now the jack of hearts comes off. So Shawn does have a flush draw. Now Shawn looking back in his hand. Now when a guy does that, looks like he's always got a heart in his hand. We're checking to see if he has one. And it's gone check, check here. And now the ace comes off.
There's neither player.
Shawn knows the only way he could win this pot is to bluff at it, and he's doing it. He's
go.
betting $500,000 here. And Vince, because of that turn card and river card, very tough in my mind for Darren to make this call here.
Well, this would absolutely break Shawn if Darren should call this. This would just destroy him. This would be a great call, but no, he is not going to call. Shawn's going to pick this one up with absolute zip and pick. Beautifully done.
And with that pot, Shawn Cunix retakes the chip lead.
That smile
King
is
high.
a bluff. Not when you win, it's when you win with a bluff.
I'll tell you one thing about Shawn Cunix, Vince. He earns a lot of his pots by betting on the river with no hands, and he has done it time and time again, and it's paying off for him. Really, really showing some heart.
All right now he is raised with an ace 9 to 150. Darren out. Calderaro now looks at a king 10.
And this guy's been very quiet since early on at this final table, yet he's raising here, Vince.
Wow. He makes it 375 with a king high.
Because this guy hadn't made many moves. If you're sitting in Shawn's seat, all of a sudden that ace 9 dwindles up, and he's going to throw it away.
That's a big laydown for you, James.
What do you think? Think that was a bit dead hand?
It was a big laydown.
So finally, Shawn had the best hand and
Nice
jumped
raise.
You're right. That's because James has been colder than the maitre d' at a French restaurant all night long. So when he raises, you got to get away. Well, that is Angelique at the Royal Flush Girls Social Bar. And you can actually meet them in person when you visit us out here on the World Poker Tour. All right, on to the next hand. Darren Elias with an ace 8, the button, and makes it 125. Calderaro, just 10-8.
He's got nothing, but he won the last hand without having the best hand, so maybe he'll do it here. He makes the call.
And Shawn now with a king, 3 of diamonds.
But we know Shawn's not going anywhere. He plays any 2 card. We've seen that.
We have 3-handed action here. We are flopping.
The flop comes 9-7-3.
Well, that's open-ended straight draw there for Calderaro. That's a pair of threes for Shawn.
Well, both players check.
And nothing for Darren. And look who's betting.
Well, he's got really the worst hand of the three.
He's got a bet. 160. He's got position. That's what he's got. And Calderaro just calls.
And why not call with bottom pair when two other players are betting called already?
Yeah, this is getting interesting.
Shawn doing it with the 2 threes. Oh, the 6 comes off. James has made the best hand possible, the 10 high straight.
And he's going to check it.
Yeah, what he's saying right now is, please somebody bet at this pot. I've got the best hand possible. There's no flush draw out there. Nothing. I love it. And here he comes, Shawn Cunix diving in there.
$500,000, Mike.
For $500,000.
And Darren has now an open-ended straight draw. And look at this. He's going to put his action in there.
He's gambling a bit here in my mind. Makes the call here with just the open-end straight draw. Unfortunate for him, he is drawing dead as the cards lie.
You got the nuts. You got two guys playing nutty in front of you. What do? You just sit on it?
You're going to raise here in this spot, even though there's no flush draw out there.
Got to protect your hand, I guess.
You know, somebody might have flopped 3 threes. Somebody might have 2 pair. You just don't want to give him a free card that could beat you.
An additional 600. He loses Shawn. He loses Darren. But that's a good pot for Calderaro.
Got a new chip leader, baby.
James takes down a monster pot right there. And
Nice hand.
For the first time tonight, he's the chip leader at the final table.
Certainly is. The local from Florida has taken the chip lead here in Jacksonville.
$5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, $1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
Right there you see James Calderaro from Venice, Florida. A non-professional player is the chip leader. Andes are going to start at 10,000. Lines are 30 and 60, Mike.
Yep, this is going to be fun to watch. These 3 guys play. They don't sit back waiting for aces and kings, Vince. That's for sure.
All right, it's on Darren. And he's got an ace-6.
Yep, he's going to raise it on the button. Makes it 125,000 to go.
James Calderaro going to call with a 9-8.
Shawn Cunix got 2 4s in the big blind. He's going to call also. So 3-way action here in our 3-handed game. The flop comes 8-8-6. What a flop for James Calderaro, as he has flopped 3 8s.
He has checked, and so is Shawn checking.
Well, Darren could get in trouble here. He's got 8s and 6s with top kicker, and he is reaching for chips. He is going to make a bet, like 160,000.
And the Floridian now with a monster just calling.
He just calls with 3 8s. And look who calls behind him with 2 4s, Shawn Cunix. So we still have 3-way action.
3 of diamonds, irrelevant card. Colorado going to try to trap again. Shawn checks.
Well,
they all check.
Nobody falling into traps this time. It was check, check, check. A 7 comes off. Again, James checks with 3 8s, and again it goes check, check. Well, James a little embarrassed. He never took any lead on this hand with the 3 8s.
Yeah.
I think he'd won a bet on the river, perhaps, had he made a wager.
Yeah, Darren was on to him, though. He slowed down properly, and right there, James Calderaro from Venice, Florida, going to take the pot, but not really happy to it.
Well, James has 2 WPT cashes. He also finished 13th in the 2009 main event at the World Series of Poker, where he cashed in 633,000. So the guy's been at big-time poker events before. He knows what he's doing.
The chip leader has folded, and now Shawn Cunix with Queen 5 has called. Now Darren Elias has picked up a pair of 8s.
Yep, got the 2 snowmen. And he is going to 3-bet this.
He's going to make the raise, makes it 200,000. And Shawn likes his Queen 5 of hearts, is going to make this call. So action starting fast again. Here we go, 8s versus Queen 5. And the flop comes up a queen, just like that. Great for Shawn.
Shawn out in front with 2 queens.
And he's going to check.
Darren checks behind. What a check there with 2 8s by Darren.
9 on the turn.
And it's a 9 of hearts. Shawn has a flush draw as well as 4 hearts. And again, it goes check, check.
Check.
Darren Elias just seems to know when not to get involved. Now the 6 of hearts comes off, giving Shawn a flush. Just incredible the feel that Darren Elias has.
Shawn is going to come out of the woodwork and finally bet it. 250,000.
Now Darren's certainly going to pay this off because it wasn't bet on the flop or the turn. So he's going to get shown a flush. So another daring pre-flop raise call by Shawn Cunix pays off.
Shawn Cunix, 39 years old, out of Columbus, Ohio. A family man. It's his second WPT final table.
Yeah, he's a big Ohio State Buckeye fan. And right now, he's earned a few Buckeye leaves to put on his hat. I can tell you that, the way he's played at this final table.
And right there's the Royal Flush Girls social bar. And look at this, Will the Thrill enjoying that moment.
Well, Vince, he's enjoying it because he knows with Daniel Buzgon going out in 4th place, he's once again the leader of the WPT Player of the Year going into the final event, the WPT Championship.
Right back to the table. Action on Shawn. He's got a 5-3 of spades, and he's going to raise to 150. Darren behind him with ace-3 will make this call. Now James Calderaro, our chip leader, also going to call with an ace-4.
Vince, I never thought I would say it, but Shawn Cunix makes Gus Hansen and Phil Ivey look like tight players.
He does. He plays loose.
Flop comes 5 deuce deuce. Shawn has flopped the best hand. He's got 5s up. Both the other two players have a wheel draw, a straight draw.
They both check into Shawn. And Shawn, who raised before the flop, going to make a continuation bet with the 5s. Looks like 275,000.
Well, Darren with the gut shot straight draw. Looks like he's going to make the call here, Vince.
He's going to speculate.
And indeed he is. And James also has a gut shot wheel draw, but he's going to give his up and let these two guys fight it out.
Onto the turn. And it is a queen of clubs. No help to either player. Shawn's going to slow down. They both check.
And a 4 comes up.
Oh, my.
This gives Darren a wheel.
There was a miracle card on the river, and this could hurt. On Darren first. He's going to make a bet. 625.
Well, it's a healthy bet, too. As you said, 625,000. And the way this hand was played, Vince, it'd be tough for Shawn to get away from this 2 5s. He knows his opponent called on the flop. Now, what did he have? Did he have a straight draw? Did he have a flush draw? Did he bet 2 4s on the river? Unlikely. He would just check it down.
I call.
Shawn says call.
Shawn has made the call, and Darren's going to show him the straight and take down the pot. And a nice pot it is.
Nice suck out again. Wow. What a 6 suck out again.
Yeah, Shawn is muttering to himself.
I love my call, though.
Says he gets sucked out on, but had he bet on the turn, he'd have won that pot instead of lost it.
Might want to rethink that great call, though. Table we go.
Well, there you see our 2 chip leaders, Darren Elias in 1st place, James Calderaro in 2nd place, and right now Shawn Cunix on the short stack. He came to this final table as the big chip leader. He is now in 3rd place.
All right, Darren Elias, the 25-year-old from New Jersey, has ace queen. He's going to make it 125. Calderaro out.
Oh, that's win or lose tonight. You got to be impressed with Darren Elias's play. I can tell you that.
Shawn now with a jack 9 of hearts. He is on the short stack now.
It's going to cost him 125 to make the call, but he's raising to $500,000 here.
Oh boy, this guy mixes up his game.
I got a feeling it's not going to work here.
Well, Darren with
I'm all in.
all in.
Snap call by Shawn Cunix, and he proudly displays the jack 9.
Good luck,
You can
Shawn.
see
Thank
Darren's
you.
just a little bit shocked that the guy was so anxious to get his money in with that hand.
I think Shawn felt he was pot committed. Just feels the hand out. He's going to go with it. And this guy was the chip leader for so long, and right now he is in trouble.
So the Buckeye needs help here.
Go Bucks.
Jack 9 against ace queen. Here we go.
And it comes 7-7 deuce with 2 hearts.
That helps.
So there you see, Shawn has flopped a flush draw.
Yeah, Shawn has a shot.
Well, he can take the lead with a jack or a 9. He'll win the pot if a heart comes off.
4th Street is not good for Shawn. It's a 6, no heart.
So Darren Elias out in front. If the ace high holds up, he'll be the big chip leader playing heads up for the title. And Shawn Cunix catch a heart, a jack, or a 9.
Here we go.
Everybody on their feet. Here's the river card. The 3 of hearts. Shawn Cunix is outdrawn.
Yeah,
Darren Elias on the river. He made the buck push to win that pot. Go Bucks, he says. And I can tell you, they're thrilled in Columbus, Ohio.
Wow, the Buckeyes can suck out too, baby.
Oh. Notice he was just using the left arm
Nice hand.
to do his shouting and cheering with, because he's broken his right collarbone. So he can't raise the right arm up, but he can sure use it to push chips in the pot. We've seen that. There he gambled with the Jack-9, and it paid off for
He
him.
is delirious. He is happy. Well done.
Everybody's got chips to play with. It'll be interesting to see how this one comes out.
James Calderaro is the chip leader. He's going to fold that hand.
And he knows these two guys like to clash about every pot, so why not just sit back and let them battle it out for a while?
Shawn Cunix plays almost anything. He is going to call with his 8-5. Darren with a 5 deuce, also content to see a flop. Look at this flop, 5-4-3. They both have 5s.
Both players have flopped top pair. Shawn's got the best kicker, but Darren has the open end straight draw.
Shawn is checked, and Darren is going to bet this 80,000.
Shawn makes the call.
4th Street is a 5. Look at that. They both got sets. Shawn's going to check it.
Well, this could spell big, big trouble for Darren Elias here. Any card that doesn't give him a straight or pair of the board comes off of there, he's going to lose a lot of money with these 3 5s.
Darren plunging away again, 225 and a quick call.
Shawn's very anxious to get his money in there, of course. Why wouldn't you with 3 5s?
What is the river card? A queen of diamonds.
Both players have 3 5s, but Shawn has him out-kicked, as we say.
Shawn is going to trap again with the check.
Call.
Look at this.
Well, he never took a bet with the 3 5s, yet he's going to win the pot because he has his opponent out-kicked. Darren can't believe this pot was never raised
to hell.
somewhere along the way, but
nevertheless, Shawn Cunix, the businessman from Ohio, is back.
I would say so. Back in a big way with that hand. Shawn Cunix is once again our chip leader.
5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, 1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
Well, Vince, the ones to watch are tough young players. These guys do great on the live streaming, and that could be the future of the poker world, where you actually get to watch the whole tournament live as it takes place and see the cards as these players are playing them.
Well, it is fun, and right now we have a great battle going on here at the best bet. Shawn Cunix is now the chip leader again. Shawn has folded. Darren Elias picks up ace-king of clubs, big slick. And he's going to pop it to 150. And Calderaro with a pair of 10s.
Well, this is a huge hand in a 3-handed poker game as well. So, Vince, it's not going to shock me to see all the dough go in right here, right now.
Well, Calderaro has raised. Makes it 375 to go.
Small in.
Call. Push all in, and of course it's being called.
And the classic race situation, the 2 over cards versus the under pair, happens all the time in poker tournaments. Both these guys are nodding their heads. They know one of them is going to get lucky and win this pot. The other is going to take a serious blow. Well, Darren Elias had the chip lead just a while back. Now his tournament life is on the line. If he doesn't get lucky and catch something here, he'll be out in 3rd place.
From the first 3, and that is a good one for Calderaro. Nothing hitting for Darren Elias with his ace-king. It was 9-5 deuce. Calderaro still out in front. Here comes the turn.
Well, a 7 comes off, so we are down to the river. Darren Elias must catch an ace or a king, or it's tapioca pudding for him.
Yeah, he would be our 3rd place finisher. And the 25-year-old spike, the right card. No, not to be. It's a 6 of clubs.
So the young whiz kid, Darren Elias, 25-year-old tough pro out of Montclair, New Jersey, is sort of stunned right now, man, but he is out in 3rd place. A good sport. This wasn't meant to be, I guess, for him tonight.
He'll take home 147,000. He has respect already by the entire poker world. But right now, Darren Elias out in 3rd place. Over to talk to Matt Savage.
Darren, a couple tough beats there at the end. Give me your thoughts.
Well, it's unfortunate. last hands kind of played themselves, so it's part of the game, but those hurt.
All right, I'm sure we'll see you again. Good job. All right, back to you, Marianella.
Vince, I'll tell you one thing. These guys have both shown me a lot of heart at this final table. They're not afraid to bet. 3-bet hands, bluff on hands. Most amateurs, you think, have to have cards before they do any betting. Not these guys.
Let's just do this together.
I like this style. Now they're going for the drink. It looks like a quaint little Mexican drink. It's called tequila.
Well, there you go, Vince. Maybe that's the answer. That's what we missed out on this tournament. We got broke. We didn't have the shots.
My kind of poker players, these guys. You know, another thing about these guys is that they're two veterans at the table. You've got a 46-year-old and you've got a 39-year-old playing against each other. Used to be a young man's game.
Vince, it's nice to see the young whippersnappers finally missing out on a final table. Let the middle-aged guys go at it once.
All right now, Calderaro with an ace-5 of spades has raised to 180. And Shawn Cunix,
Nice job,
with the
Jane.
queen 9, says, I'm content to fold. Take that pot.
We might be showing a lot of heads.
Yeah.
Me, you now, let's just dance.
Let's have fun.
Absolutely. That's what I like to do anyway.
Yep.
They look like they're having fun, and they're going after big bucks here.
Why wouldn't they be having fun? They're playing heads up for a title out here on the World Poker Tour.
And this time with the button, Shawn has a 10-8 of hearts. And he will raise, makes it 155 to go. James with a Jack-9 with a re-raise.
He's got a 3-bet it here with just a Jack-9 and a quick call by Shawn.
I call.
So obviously the tequila is taking effect. Both men
gambling it up here.
Yeah.
Now flop comes ace-jack-4 with 2 hearts. James has got the best hand with 2 jacks.
He's going to bet at 350.
Shawn has the flush draw. I think when you hit a flush draw, you just have to raise it here. You don't have to worry about hitting the heart if your man goes away.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do. He makes it $1 million to go.
And I'll tell you, if you're sitting in James' seat, you just can't stand the heat with just 2 jacks here. You think your opponent's got an ace in this situation?
Whoa.
He gives it up.
You are correct.
Nice raise by Shawn Cunix to take down that pot.
Good end.
I like the way he played that one.
Oh, that is
Sparky.
a bluffer's
That's what my
laugh,
wife
of
calls me,
course.
Sparky.
Kind of like a hyena.
Oh, yeah?
My wife calls me Sparky, like Chevy Chase.
His wife calls him Sparky. Now, Vince, if he wins this tournament, she's going to call him Mr. Sparky.
All right, the blinds are going up to 40 and 80,000 at this point. Action on the guy from Venice, Florida, James Calderaro. He's got a pair of 4s, and he will raise, makes it 240 to go.
And Shawn Cunix with a decent hand, King 10 of spade, playing heads up. He is certainly going to make the call to see a flop.
And he does so. So 4 is up against King 10. And the first 3 cards, there's a 10. On the flop, 10, 8, 5. They both check, though. 3 of hearts on the turn. And finally, Shawn can't take it anymore. He's got top pair. And he's getting betting chips out. It looks like a 225 bet.
225,000.
Calderaro with just a pair of 4s.
Essentially, all he can beat is a bluff right now. He's going to call him with the 2 4s. As the cards lie, must catch a 4 to have the best hand. And he does.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable.
But even though it is a 4, there's 3 hearts and a 3-card possible straight out there.
Oh, and Shawn, the victim, is going to have to act first, and he's getting betting chips out again. 275.
And look at this. James, who's made 3 4s on the river. Apparently not afraid of the flush of the straight because he is raising it here.
Good job. Those hearts helped you, buddy.
Wow, that's a good laydown. Didn't even think about it. Got top pair. That's just a beautiful laydown.
Daring raise, in my opinion, there with a possible flush and straight out there. What are you going to get called with if it doesn't beat you?
Well, they are splashing around, and right now, James Calderaro in the heads-up battle. Twice as much as Shawn. 6.3 up against 3.2. Line still 40 and 80. Back down to the felt we go. Action on Shawn. And this time he's got a real solid one. Ace Queen.
He'll be going nowhere with this hand.
And he's going to make it 215 to go. James with just a 6-3 of spades can afford to speculate, and he does. Ace Queen, 6-3.
Flop comes 7-4 deuce. Different suits. James has the gut shot, straight draw, but checks.
Yeah, Shawn now with nothing really hitting there. But a continuation bet, a solid 250.
This James just calling with the gut shot, straight draw. I can see check raising here. Not sure about the call. Now a king comes off.
Helps neither player. Again, Calderaro is going to check. Shawn Cunix, you got to just give this guy respect for his heart in the game. And he
Sure
has
do.
nothing. He just keeps plunging away, and it's going to work again.
Good hand. That was the hand, baby.
Was that the one?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was trying hard. You gave me a turn card.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
There's no flush draw out there, though. Oh, now there is, you're saying.
I like the way these guys play. Fearless poker. These guys don't have to hit hands. They bet nevertheless. On to the next one. James this time with a nothing 3 deuce of clubs. Just calling. And the blinds are going up to 50 and 100,000.
Well, stop the presses. Finally a hand nobody raised.
No raise.
Shawn happy to see a free flop here with his king deuce offsuit. And what a flop it is for him as he flops kings and deuces.
And he's going to try to trap. He checks, but James not going to fall into the trap. He checks as well. 5 of hearts on the turn.
3 hearts out there now.
Neither player has a heart. Shawn with his 2 pair now has to bet. 175,000.
Look at this, a daring call by James here. He doesn't have a heart. He's only got bottom pair here. And the heart comes off. The ace of hearts comes off. Shawn is going to check. Whoa, that is showing some style right there. The insta bet right there when the 4th heart came off. He's just hoping his opponent doesn't have a heart. That's the case. And now it's tough to call with 2 pair events.
375, he's bet into Shawn, and it's
See,
going to
no
work.
tanking, no tanking.
You suck down.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
don't want to look.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Well, there you see it.
James, I like it.
Put the salt and the pepper in the shaker, mix it all around, put it into the cuts. That's exactly what Calderaro just did.
He showed
Nicely
him the
done.
bluff.
Oh, yeah. Great action here in Jacksonville. We're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
5 million guaranteed poker free roll tournament, 1 million the first place, life-changing money, but there is only 2,000 golden passports to enter, and this channel is giving away 3. Win yours. Click the link in the description and use bonus code YouTube to enter. See you in Vegas.
Action on Shawn Cunix from Columbus, Ohio. His second WPT final table. He's got 7-4. He's made the call. Now James with a king 7.
He says, okay, let's go.
Yeah, why not? Hey, buddy's calling and stuff like that. Let's try something different again. He might hit a pair of 4s or something.
The flop comes up Jack 6-4.
How was that for forecasting? Said he might make a pair of 4s. That's exactly what he's done.
They both checking a 10 on the turn. And this time James is going to bet 150, and it's been quickly called by the 4s.
The 9 comes off, and it goes
King
check,
high.
check. And 2 4s are going to win this pot.
I told you you had a pair of 4s.
And James all excited about that.
Hey, I had a 7 kicker.
Royal Flush Girl Social Bar, Will the Thrill out there.
Caldo, come on, man! Hey,
I don't know what's taking so long. He won't gamble.
Oh, boy. Those might be the most false words ever said on the World Poker Tour. That Shawn Cunix won't gamble.
And a watch.
And a watch he wants.
Will the Thrill just pleased with his week, made some money. Retook the lead for the WPT Player of the Year point standing, so he's happy, especially happy sitting among the Royal Flush Girls. How can you blame him?
He's enjoying himself. Back to the action we go. Calderaro with a pair of 3s. Raises to 275. And Shawn will go away.
Eyebrow again?
That eyebrow twitched.
It's the same hand with the eyebrow the last time. You're going to see. I'll get him.
Both guys feeling the effects of the
James.
Mexican drink.
You're a good man,
The
James.
imbibe
Yes, I
before.
am. That's part of my problem, though, but
Me
I'll
too.
stay
Very
that way.
talkative bunch. And here we go.
Think it's
Shawn
waiting for the
with a
blind to go up?
6-4 of hearts. Moves it to 200.
400.
Calderaro
Call.
making it 400 with an ace-9. And Quick call by
Yeah,
Shawn.
that's risky.
So here we go, big pot brewing right now.
Son
Over
of a
800,000 in there.
Me and James about to get in a pissing match.
Ace-9 up against 6-4. Here's the flop. Pair of tens and a 5-4 flush again for Shawn.
And a continuation bet here by James.
I call.
600,000.
And we saw Shawn raise with the flush draw earlier to win the pot and take it away from James.
James, who's buying the
this time he
drinks,
just
buddy?
calls.
You buying him?
After I win this pot, I am.
Here comes 4th Street.
A 5 comes off, so 10s and 5s out there now.
James going to check it.
But Shawn, look at this, Vince. He didn't raise on the flop with the flush draw. Now there's 2 pair out there, and now he's betting.
Yeah, 650 with the 4 flush. That's all he's got.
I'll show you this one, James, because I feel bad for you.
Actually, he just wants to show it to him
that's a
because
tell.
he wants them to go away, and that's exactly what's going to
Hot draw?
happen.
Hot draw?
No, it's 6 hearts.
Remember a
yeah.
moment ago, James showed him a bluff. Now the table is turned.
It's a 6 high.
Rabbit
He's
hunt.
showing the bluff.
6 high.
You forgot the rabbit hunt.
Rabbit.
They're going to take a look at the
damn
card. And
6
look at this.
Talk to me, kid. Talk to me.
Shawn would have made the flush to win that pot.
So good lay down there for Calderaro.
What a donkey.
Say it. Still doing the blinds?
Still 50 and 100.
Right now, Shawn Cunix is higher than Charlie Sheen in the hot air balloon. Just enjoying this great moment.
Why not? They don't come around often.
275.
This time, James has a queen 10. He's going to move it up to 275,000. Shawn with a king 10 of spades.
I call.
Getting very serious all of a sudden. Makes the call. Queen 10 versus king 10. And here is the flop.
Let's come 4-4-3. No help to either player, and it goes check, check.
Turn card will be a 10.
Just a beautiful card for Shawn.
300.
Call.
Because he has the best hand. He has his opponent out-kicked, as we
Check.
say.
300. Quick call. Down to the river we go.
And the deuce comes off. Again, Shawn checks, and James got to think he's got the best hand now with 10s. At least I would think so.
Big bet's coming.
I like that table talk. Big bet. Someone usually don't want a big bet.
How much?
But this is the bet. 650. Little does he know, he's in a terrible place here. That would be James Calderaro.
James thinks he's got the best hand. Right now he's wanting the guy to call. You see he proudly turns
King
up the
10,
queen 10.
baby.
But it's not good enough.
Holy James. Oh my God, that was sick, James. That was sick.
Failla has kicked in officially. And that's all I can say.
I pissed my pants on that one. I wasn't going to say that on TV.
A little too much information there, but he is going good right now.
He's a funny mother chicken.
James is enjoying it, even though he lost a big pot there. And as you can see, Shawn Cunix has taken a huge chip lead in this battle, 8.2 million to 1.3.
I've seen people come back from a lot less.
Oh, I'm coming
you
back.
Fight, baby.
I'm definitely coming
you
back.
Fight.
You just made this last a little longer than I wanted to.
Fight.
Shawn Cunix was 1 card away from being eliminated with 3 players remaining.
I'm all in.
And look at this.
Are you
Calderaro
really?
with ace 8.
And I'm
It's
only
gone
got
all
100
in.
grand invested. Let's see.
This could do it here.
Shawn's got a pair of 3s.
How much? Count it down, baby. Can you believe it? I actually have a hand. He's got a lot of loot, though.
Well, James has been whittled away. He's only got 1.2.
Shawn has 8.2 million.
How much?
If he plays and loses this pot, he'll still have a huge chip lead.
1.3 for the championship. Son of a gun.
With a whole mother chicken.
I actually don't want it to end yet. Everyone in the world would call with this hand. It's embarrassing. We're on national TV, and I'm going to fold this for Will.
No.
You see these 2 red 3s?
Pretty shocking.
Yep.
Well, it's
I'm
shocking
too afraid.
considering all the hands we've seen him play so far tonight. Well, Vince, I don't know if it's the liquor or the pain pills for Shawn, but for a guy gambling as much as him to throw a pair away there when he could win the title is sort of surprising.
Well, for years we've been telling people you don't call off your money with a little
Yeah,
pair.
but not this guy. He plays every pot.
But look at this. Shawn has picked up 3s again.
I'm all in.
And this time he moves in with them.
Yeah.
He's going to put the pressure on his opponent.
Ah, well, I see one card. It looks pretty nice.
That's a good one.
Not that good. Jack of diamonds.
Wow. I see the other one. I don't even know if it's suited. I call.
He is calling it.
I got threes again. 2 hands in a row.
And James Calderaro called with Jack 10 of diamonds.
So the money could have been in the last spot with the 2 threes versus the 2 overcards. It wasn't, but it's in there now.
James.
You know what to do, right?
Whatever happens, James.
Shawn Cunix, 39 years old, the businessman from Columbus, Ohio,
I do
on the
love
verge
my
of taking
family.
down a WPT title.
Everybody on their feet.
We're there.
Shawn wins this pot, he'll be our champion.
Here we go.
All right, let's see the flop.
Here comes the flop.
Hold your breath.
A 3. Oh, the flop. It is not over, though. James can catch 2 running diamonds to win, 2 runners to make a straight to win, and it could come a 4 and a 6 where they'd split the
8 of
pot.
diamonds would be a nice card. 8 of diamonds is a good card.
How about that? Shawn folded 2 threes the last time. This time he's all in with them, and he flops 3 threes.
An extreme long shot there for James. And it's a
A 9
9.
comes off, so it is not over.
Hold that
James
horse.
can catch an 8 to win this pot. He'll make a straight if an 8 comes out there. He must catch 1 to stay alive.
Got a 4 outer. Let's see what happens. Down to the river.
All right, let's see the river.
8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds.
River.
It's a 6, so that's going to do it. Shawn Cunix from Columbus, Ohio, has done it, Vic. Came to the final table as chip leader, and he's taking the title.
Oh, he's done beautifully. He dropped the threes when he wasn't going to hit. He took the threes, took advantage. He's our champion. Congratulations.
And he's over to see his father-in-law, Terry Ryan, shaking his hand, saying, Shawn, you know, you made it to this final table before. You didn't do it. This time you did. And you see the emotion of Shawn Cunix right there. How much this title meant to him. Folks, those are tears of joy.
They seem pretty happy, the fact that he won. Maybe you guys are friends. And,
Absolutely. I'm glad he won. I mean, it was me or him, and I feel, you know, nothing but I'm happy he won it. I mean, of course, I wanted to win it, and I didn't. I took second, and it is what it is.
All right, well, congratulations on your finish.
Thank you.
Mike, over to you.
Thank you for everything.
Okay, the Buckeye did it. Marinella, back to you.